to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen? Keeler's always in the know. It makes me want to call him and tell him where to go. And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most ridiculous.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Okay, Andrew, you're done after today. You're on vacation. Yeah. Hold on, Davey. Hold on. What are you trying to do? You're trying to do that one? It's that mouse right there. No. I'm telling you, it's that one right there. See, I told you. Andrew, you go on vacation.
Leaving.
After today, you're going to need it after all of the exertion you have.
Oh, the Yankees are just the least of the.
I thought I was going to say working as a dedicated real estate agent with River Hills Properties. I wasn't even going to talk about the Yankees.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the game. What was the score last night?
A lot to a little.
Listen, I can just say that I do not. I will tell you, if the Mets aren't in it, which is most seasons, I would root for the Yankees. If the Yankees were in it, I'd root for the Yankees. And
lies.
No, that's not true. I'm not a big Yankee hater by any means. However, the Yankee fans don't seem to be all that appreciative of our off-season, our bad season support of the Yankees. The Mets had a terrible start, and that's the thing. You felt no pressure from the Mets. They were, what did they win? 3 games in May, 4 games in May. It was terrible. And now they're 5 games. Nobody thought it could happen. Even Bill Morehouse, who's also a Mets fan, admitted to me, Bill, and this has never happened before, you were right. And I took his email and turned it into a plaque. It's on my wall in my office.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
Thank you,
know
Bill.
who else
Thank
was
you for
right?
that.
Me.
Thank you for that.
Me. And all you people out there, Richard,
anyway,
who said that I was stupid for the way I talked about the Yankees.
I'm a big fan of a good train wreck, and I tune in. I specifically sit in the parking lot waiting for the two of you to go off each morning on the Yankees, and then I come in.
This team is a train wreck. The Yankees are a train wreck.
Well, the reality is
they're the second worst team in baseball behind the Chicago White Sox, who have 27,
since in the last 30 days,
who have
I think
27 wins.
Where are they right now? How many games behind out of first place?
They're 1.5 games out
That's
of first place.
That's the thing.
Luckily, the Orioles are losing, which helps us.
You have you have coming up the trade deadline. They're going to have to do something, right?
Yeah,
you would think.
Some of the talk of what they're trying to do is just pathetic.
And I'm just saying, you're in a far better position than the Mets were. Like, I don't know how many games behind 500 were they. So anyway, it's going to be interesting. Anything could happen. This series with the Mets, they could get swept by the Atlanta Braves, and all of a sudden we're heading backwards. Anything could happen. But right now this team is hot. McNeil, Lindor. Even Pete Alonso, while he's not hitting the home runs, although he did last night, he's definitely hitting doubles. He hits doubles these days, and I'm okay with that. Anyway,
Samantha Colosimo Testa's Little League team could be hot against the Yankees.
On the program today, we're going to get into the latest on Rome, the tornado with County Executive Anthony Piceni. We'll do that a little later this morning. We'll have details on anything we can come up with on the horrific explosion in Madison County. A home went up. Did you see this story?
Yeah, it's on our website.
It is, and we have one woman dead and a man who is now in critical condition. Last night I found a Facebook post, and I won't mention names because I didn't see any names listed as of yet. Maybe they're out there, but last night there was a Facebook post that I saw that was a woman saying, "I just want to let everybody know it was my sister who died in the explosion. My brother-in-law is in critical condition." So very sad to read that. Yeah. And boy, was everybody going wild yesterday over Netanyahu speaking in front of Congress. We'll talk about that coming up with Ryan Schmelz. Hobeika's free money question of the day. What are we looking at today, Davey? How much are we going in on a very angry Hobeika these days? What are we looking at?
$300.
You're staying with $300.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Be brave.
You know, this week you've given the potential for people to win $600, $700, $800, $900 this week. I mean, this is Utica. When radio stations in Utica give away things, it's usually like 50% off coupon over at Aldi's or something.
Which I would love.
Here we are giving. I mean, Davey. I love it though. Scott in Kirkville is going to preview the Jim Dandy in Saratoga. Rick Lewis is in later this morning. John Decker from Gray TV, the Netanyahu visit, and also Biden's address last night to the nation. He could not continue. There was just no way. He struggled with the teleprompter yesterday.
Yeah.
But now, coming off COVID, Rob down in the valley sent us a story out of, and I'd seen this out of, I forget the name of the publication. Anyway, the reporter was reporting on Biden's condition as they were flying on Air Force One and how quickly they were flying back from Delaware to Washington because Biden, they believe, was in such bad shape a week ago with COVID. So you can imagine the slurring of the words yesterday had something to do with, and I don't know about you, but I thought Biden last night looked like he'd lost a lot of weight. He looked very
put a lot
thin.
of makeup on him.
Very thin.
He was
the only weight he had was makeup.
Yeah.
Mike and Skyler. Hi, Mike. Good morning. Let's go Mets. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I tell you, last night, my favorite part of the whole game is, it was very top of the screen if anyone watches it. It shows the percentage of chance that the Yankees are going to win. I think it was like 1% when it was 12-3. I think it was 1% as soon as you saw Aaron Boone in there. I think what they need to do with the trade deadline is trade Aaron Boone. I think that's the first thing because I think no matter who's on their team, it's just going to keep going doing that.
You know why, Mike? Because here's the reason. Okay, nobody respects him. Okay, nobody wants to play for him. Nobody wants to try their best for him, and that's been the case with every team in the last 3 or 4 years. He's just awful. He's got no passion. He's stupid. He doesn't know how to manage a team.
I'm surprised on those things that Clay Holmes he hasn't pitched for like 8 days. I'm surprised. Why did he should have put him in there. At least give him some practice because he couldn't blow that lead. They already lost.
Yeah.
There's a bench coach in Toronto that has major league experience that will be the next manager of the Yankees. I would love to see it.
Right.
It's Don Manley.
Me too.
You need and you can't just do the manager. Brian Cashman, his time is done. I'm sorry, it's awful.
Yeah,
when you went and get J.D. Davis, who got cut from the Athletics, and then you put him in the lineup 2 games ago after Aaron Judge.
Yeah. All right.
Awful. And then also, and how about the Ben Rice? I mean, he also now he's not in the lineup. He's the one that's been getting the spark, and they keep Verdugo going every single time.
Who cares? He was in a slump.
Boys, we're going to move on.
Judge was in a slump for the first month of the season. They left him in
to kind of deal with. I do want to say one thing on sports.
Pathetic.
Aaron Rodgers. First of all, I can't believe.
Thank God he's not.
It wasn't
on our team
a
anymore.
family thing, like an emergency of some sort. Why he didn't make it to minicamp. We are now learning he didn't make it to minicamp because he had a trip to Egypt. Are you kidding me? The guy is making so much money
Which
and
is why he can take the fine.
And they fine him $50,000.
A little more than.
It means nothing to him. And but here's the one thing. I finally heard something out of the mouth of Aaron Rodgers that makes sense to me. During he was on one of those Barstool podcasts, and he said, "Let's be honest.
Yes,
loved this. It's not really the New York Jets.
Yes, I love this.
It's not even the New York. It's not even the New York Giants. It's the New Jersey Jets and the New Jersey Giants.
Correct.
And the interviewer said, "So you're right. That would mean the only New York team really is the Buffalo Bills.
Let's go Buffalo."
And Aaron Rodgers said, "You are correct." So there you go. I thought that was pretty good. All right, Bill. Thanks, man. Mike, I'm sorry. I was thinking myself.
100%.
Thank you, Bill, for watching the game
100% solidifying everybody's hatred of Aaron Rodgers.
Mike, have a wonderful day. Thank you, man.
You too. If I'm sorry, have a good vacation. If I'm sorry.
All right, thank you.
All right, Mike.
And then I thought it was interesting too the score of the Red Sox game. Holy crap! And it just shows you that ball flies in Colorado.
Yeah, it does.
Holy moly! Ryan Schmell is on the line right now from Fox News Radio. Ryan, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Well, I do have to say, the excitement in the sports world was certainly Netanyahu and his speech. I really was very impressed at some of the things that he had said in terms of warfare. And he said he went to, I think it was West Point, and there's a war historian who has investigated every war in the history of the world since the beginning of war, and that this war with Hamas by Israel, the attacks by Israel, have left fewer civilian casualties than any other war in the history of the world. And that's a big statement, but it came from a guy at West Point. This caused a bit of a stir in Washington yesterday, Ryan.
It certainly did, and I don't know if we've ever seen a point in the United States history where the Prime Minister of Israel is becoming such a partisan figure amongst lawmakers, because you really saw it. I mean, there certainly were a lot of Democrats who applauded at points, and there were definitely moments where he was able to get a bipartisan applause from lawmakers there. But I think just judging by the statements that we saw, the majority of Democrats did not like what they heard. They feel like they did not get a plan for a two-state solution. They did not get a plan for how Netanyahu wants to end this war or how he wants to handle it moving forward. But Republicans were enthusiastically behind Netanyahu yesterday. So it just seems like it was a very partisan response to how they felt about Netanyahu's address.
Yeah, I mean, he also talked about the college campuses.
Or the people outside the Capitol that were burning the American flag, which was disgusting.
You have protesters outside, and I mean, he spoke about all of that. It is the reality is it's a very difficult situation, because it's hard to look at this any other way than Israel has been attacked and attacked and attacked. They are a sovereign nation. They should be able to defend themselves any way they see fit. And the other part is you have an organization like Hamas, which puts innocent civilians in harm's way. In fact, I wouldn't put it past Hamas to be setting off explosives, killing civilians, and blaming it on Israel.
That's one of the accusations Republicans and the pro-Israel wing like to make about Hamas, is that they do actions like that. I think what's going to hurt maybe the Palestinian movement was yesterday you had a series of protests that were going on outside Union Station here in D.C., and Hamas was spray painted with a heart on a couple statues outside of Union Station.
Yeah.
And then you also had those same protesters remove the 3 American flags that fly out there and burn them. Last night, a group of lawmakers led by Brandon Williams, a New York congressman,
he's our congressman,
actually went to the site. Yes, they went to the site and actually replaced the American flags. And I was there to kind of break that news as it was happening. And, Williams was very passionate about we're not going to tolerate this. And the Speaker of the House joined them and everything. It was a pretty big moment for them to go there and do that. And, I was in my gym shorts and a T-shirt interviewing the Speaker of the House, but, it was a big deal to be there.
Yeah. Well, Brandon Williams was the one, you remember way back when the protest went into that rotunda. I forget which building that was, but they were doing a sit-in, and the protest went on for a couple of days. Brandon Williams is the one who went in and was waving the Israeli flag inside there all day long during that protest. So he's been very passionate about it. It's been something that he's been strong with, and the reality is, at the end of the day, who are we to say this is not the correct response? We did respond very similarly when it came to 9/11. When a nation is attacked, when their people are attacked, countries respond. And sadly, in war, this is a terrible thing, but there's much collateral damage. And I thought that the statistics that he told yesterday. All I can say is I hope they're true. I hope it's true that there's less civilian casualty in this war than in any war in the history of the world. That's a pretty big statement.
Yes, and Netanyahu's trying to make that pitch, and that's when he probably got a little partisan, was that he was trying to completely drown out the voices of the counter-protesters to his movement, which was saying that what he said, that it's unacceptable for and disgraceful for people to be, attending some of the pro-Palestinian protests, which was, I think, when the speech started to get a little partisan and he started to lose a lot of the Democrats who were in that room was when he started to do that, because he really aggressively took a hardline stance against some of these college protesters.
Yeah, the reality is this is a country where you have free speech, and sometimes it's ugly. Sometimes it is considered disgusting, but it is what this nation was built on, whether we like it or not. Ryan Schmelz, which is why I have the freedom in America to say the Mets swept the Yankees. I don't know if you saw that.
I am not going to counter your free speech with that whatsoever.
Thank you.
You can say as much as you want.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, especially when Baltimore's losing too.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan Schmelz, as always, thank you so much.
Gotta mess with you, Ryan. Thank you.
Have a wonderful
have a good Thursday, guys. Thank you.
You do the same. Thanks. Ryan Schmelz with Fox News Radio. There are plenty of. And by the way, was he slurping on a chocolate milkshake?
Big gulp, I think.
I got to tell you, I had never had. What is the fast food place on the Thruway? Shake Shack.
Oh yeah.
And apparently they're known for their burgers, and I'm thinking
their food is good.
Their Shake Shack. They should be known for their shakes.
That too.
I got one of the. I'm finding myself. I've been on the keto diet for my, but I'm eating less now for some obvious reasons.
Yeah, right.
Much less, it seems. And so I'm like, well, I should be able to just have something if I want a treat, like a milkshake. I should be able to have it. So I had their chocolate milkshake. Man, is that chocolatey. But it sounded like Ryan was slurping on the bottom, right when it gets to the very bottom of the milkshake.
There's air in the straw.
Yeah, you're slurping around to get every last drop. That is kind of what he sounded like. No, Tim. This is Mike. He said slurping around. That was Ryan drinking a matcha tea from. That's a latte from Daylight Donuts. What else do I have? So this story of the explosion was propane. It looks like it was.
Yeah.
Is what we're hearing today. Terrible, just terrible. An explosion in Madison County. The woman is in the home is dead, and a man has been rushed to the hospital. He's in critical condition following the explosion. We'll know more on this as the day goes on. Did you see at Hancock International Airport in Syracuse? There was a man from Utica trying to board a plane with a loaded handgun in his carry-on.
You can't do that.
So I don't know why we're going down that road, why you would even do that, because they're not going to allow it. Now,
right.
You could get up to a $150,000 fine. They have not released his name. I don't think the man was arrested. I think he was allowed to go back on. He may have had a good reason why he had the gun. from Utica, flying out of Syracuse. He was able to then fly away.
Well, if
Remember
you
that
have,
song? And he was. It doesn't matter if you have a.
Well, no, you can check. You can check your weapon. It can't be loaded.
Listen. You can check your weapon underneath, but you have to make the airline aware. And, oh, by the way, each airline has different rules when it comes to guns as well. You, under no circumstances, can you take a loaded gun
on your carry-on.
Correct. And put it in your bag and swoop that over your shoulder and walk onto the plane.
How'd that get in there?
You just can't. You can't do that. However, there must be something to this story that we don't know, because his .45 caliber, I believe, I'm not sure that it was given back. Maybe it was, but he was allowed to get on the plane, and he was not arrested, as far as we know.
Well,
so there must be something there.
A situation where he did have his concealed carry, and they just had to say, "You've got to go put it in your car."
Word that I had heard is all of a sudden he shouted out, "I'm Rick James!" And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry,
for everything.
Sorry, Mr. James. Hop right on that plane."
Gosh.
And then one more before I break. Did you see the movie theater at Destiny USA?
The pepper spray incident. Wow.
Yeah. I feel pepper spray should be legal in New York State. It is not. Official pepper spray is not legal. Apparently, we can do, I don't know, give me another pepper. Like,
cayenne.
Cayenne. I think cayenne pepper spray.
Ghost pepper. White.
All those things are legal.
White pepper,
but
ghost pepper.
Official pepper spray is not legal in New York State. Now, the problem you have is when it does break, and the canisters do break, the protective piece on the canister, I know this, will allow it, if something were to push up against it, the pepper spray would go off. It got so bad, everybody had to be treated, and I can imagine the person who had the pepper spray on their person
got the brunt of it.
I'm assuming this was done accidentally.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that it was. But imagine you're like, oh, this is a really, spicy scene in the movie, and you're like, oh, they're using the sniff. You can actually almost smell the violence in this movie. No, now everybody's crying. It's even worse.
Or it's a really sad scene.
Could be. Can't believe it. Anyway,
what movie was it? It was
that happened. I don't know what the movie was. It's listed. I didn't read the whole thing. I got a break though. We'll come right back. You want to pipe in on anything going on in the world? $300 for Bike is a free money question this morning. That's pretty good. Chance for that. Anything you want to pipe in on 315-736-0186.
Feeling congested? At Navage, we know life is better when you can breathe freely. Congestion shouldn't ruin your summer. That's why people just like you turn to Navage, a revolutionary and easy way to help clear nasal passages. Using gentle suction, Navage removes allergens, dust, and mucus in just 30 seconds. It's fast, gentle, and incredibly effective. Try Navage and get on your way to a better day. Get Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, Sam's Club, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe better, fast.
Your summer of fun starts with Amerique. Enjoy no payments for the first 90 days on new and used auto, motorcycle, boat, rec loans, and more. Wherever summer takes you, go further with Amerique. And 90 days with no payments. Offer expires July 31st. Apply today at amerique.org/no-pay. Application subject to credit approval. Automatic payments required. Interest begins accruing on date loan is open and will be amortized over the monthly payments. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCUA.
Ready to hit the road with confidence this summer? Look no further than Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your one-stop shop for top-quality tires at unbeatable prices. Now through September 2nd, get up to $130 back on a Firestone Visa prepaid card when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Or buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get up to $140 back on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Experience the thrill of savings on every mile. To learn more and to schedule an appointment, visit Tallman'sTire.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Crispies. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
The Stanley Theater in downtown Utica presents 1964, The Tribute, on Thursday, September 19th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit thestanley.org.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Hey, yesterday was my big editing day yesterday. Today will be too, and so will tomorrow because I'm getting ready to go on vacation.
You've got a couple of my properties.
Yeah, you've got a couple in there, and one is featured. You have the restaurant. What is so? By the way, I'm talking about editing the TV show. Oh, rock and roll. Yeah. The TV show Sold in upstate New York, which will be available by tomorrow on YouTube, and you can see it Saturday on. I mean, this takes up my week. This week is the worst because I'm trying to edit 3 because I'm going to be off, and I'm trying to edit 3 shows and get them ready to go.
Yeah.
So it's called Sold in Upstate New York. It's a real estate show, home improvement, things that are going on in the world. It's a really good show with River Hills Properties, Bill and Robin Monjo. And Andrew has oftentimes many homes that are featured on the program.
Which
so
I appreciate.
There are listings. There's a featured home, which is always usually somewhat spectacular. And this featured it's a bar, right?
Yeah, Johnny B's Tavern.
It has a. Have you ever been to Johnny B's Tavern, Davey? I hear the food is good. They got a kitchen.
It's walking distance from my house. Takes like 3 minutes for me to get up there.
Do you know this is something you should do?
JPT's Tavern.
Davey. Yeah, I want you to watch the program this weekend. Saturday.
I've seen it with Andrew on.
I know, but this is a reason for this. Saturday, I'm going to change your life right now. Saturday on WPNY at 2 p.m. or Sunday on Fox, 8 a.m. or 11 p.m. Or you can watch it on YouTube. Sold in upstate New York.
I usually watch it on YouTube because I don't get WPNY. And plus, I'm not up on Sundays at 8 o'clock to watch it. I sleep in on Sundays because that's the only day I get a chance to sleep.
Watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
Watch it on YouTube.
Listen to me. Listen.
Sorry for the rant.
You should buy that bar restaurant. And, no, listen. There's a residence upstairs, right?
Yeah, you could live it.
It's a 2-bedroom.
4
bedroom. You and your mom could live up there. You'd still have to do the show. I mean, that's a requirement.
Yeah, you couldn't leave.
But imagine you own it. We call it Davy's Place.
Davy's Place, yeah.
Davy's Place.
Or Uncle Smitty's Tavern.
Or Uncle Smitty. I don't call him Uncle Smitty, though.
Could we do the show from there every month?
Yeah.
We'd give you the free advertisement.
I would do live commercials for you. Like, I could just see it. Come on out to Davy's Place. This weekend, by the way, at Davy's Place, it's stripper night. And
how about this? You've got all the equipment included in the sale.
Everything is there.
Kitchen equipment. He's done brand new siding, windows.
It's a
beautiful
place.
Yeah.
You do a drone walkthrough, which is really nice. I like that. And anyway, that's the featured property in this week's show. And I got to say, Davey, How much is it selling for?
It's a new price, $399.
$399. Now you put that. You take out obviously a mortgage on it. But now you're living upstairs. You get to sell the property you're currently living in. You and your mom are upstairs. She does some of the food. She has deviled eggs, by the way, as an appetizer. Come on into Davy's place.
I love this. Bill, I'm going to give you a commission.
I'm just saying, the beauty of that is you could live upstairs. Or if you want to, and you can even take this further. You could do, like a lot of bars, these pubs and these bars will do, is on Fridays and Saturdays, they'll bring in or maybe the owner is a really good cook or a good chef, and they'll do amazing specials. Like I could see you doing, a prime rib night on Saturdays.
Yeah, you've got to.
And you do always on the menu. What's your mom's name again? Her first name is?
Diane.
Diane, I knew that. Diane's famous shepherd's pie.
Ooh.
I built this for you.
Their special on Saturdays is wings.
You want wings too? Okay.
At JBT's.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine it's yours. Think about it. Talk to your mom. You guys sell the place you're in now, and you live upstairs.
And then you just call me. I get you taken care of.
Yeah, Andrew will hook you up.
Well, the place we're living in now is kind of special to my mom and I because
I know it is. I know it is. But you know what?
You can rent it out then.
Yeah.
But you know what? He would be so proud of it. You could rent it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it's the program is by River Hills Properties, and I'm not whining that I'm editing a lot this week, but it's a big week. I don't know about everybody else, but when I go on vacation, I always suffer for going on vacation.
Yeah,
just because there's a lot of work to get done before we go.
It's worth it, but then it's worth it.
And it is worth it. Sometimes you just got to let your hair down and enjoy yourself. Davy's Place. I really like it. A New Jersey couple had the windshield of their Tesla smashed in by a falling fish.
A falling fish?
They think it was an eagle. This happens. This absolutely
this makes sense.
happens. An eagle that grabbed the fish, probably out of Dana and Dave Olney's koi pond in the backyard, and accidentally dropped it onto the car, and it broke the windshield. Here's Cynthia and Jeff Levine talking about what actually went. Again, this is rare, yes, but it has happened. This is the couple talking about what went down. Here we go. And, of course, it ain't going to play. I don't know why. Here's what they said. We were driving down the road. Everything was good. You couldn't hear a sound because we're in a Tesla. And then all of a sudden I hear a bird. And then, oh, my God.
And then
what was that?
And that was the fish on the windshield.
Yeah, the fish. And then it's starting to leak through because the windshield cracked. And this is terrible. And then the
safe flight repair, safe flight replace.
Boom, and that's a commercial right there. We're building stuff today, Andrew. It's really amazing. Let me see if I can try this one more time after that stall.
The car started honking, went crazy honking.
Not too far off.
We were like, holy crap, look at this. It looks like fish scales and blood on the windshield.
Yeah, we're thinking somebody threw it at the car. Like, is somebody after us? Is it vandals? Or
we said we're glad it didn't hit us. We also have an eagle's nest in our yard in the back, so we think it was probably the eagle.
Probably was. I hate Philadelphia anyway.
I know,
Davey,
especially the Eagles.
Davey, somebody asking, is Davey's mom going to be okay with the dancing girls at Davey's place? What do you think?
That'll have to be a separate.
Do you want to respond to that?
No.
She will not be good with it.
No.
All right.
That will have to be a separate part.
You're going to have to ever go to like Destiny or go to the mall shopping.
You have to send her shopping.
Hey, Mom, want to go to Waterloo? I can't go.
Oh, get yourself something nice.
Yeah. How about the story out there on Billy Ray Cyrus?
Oh, I didn't see this.
Billy Ray Cyrus is getting some real backlash after audio has leaked of him going after his then wife and belittling her.
Boy.
You know, I got to tell you, every cop has a body cam. Every wife has a cell phone.
Yep.
You start with your belittling language, and what do they say that is done? Your when you tell them that they did something that they didn't do, you're blanking them.
Oh, gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
Yeah.
You start doing that, she could have a phone.
Well, see, you and I have significant others with the ability to.
Well, they'd hit you. They'd physically hit you with the phone,
right?
Yeah.
Corporal punishment in our house.
You think that fish on that Tesla was damaging?
Yeah.
Imagine. Yeah, just imagine. Okay, Billy Ray Cyrus. Here's audio of him belittling his wife.
It's 9:15, you idiot.
It's not 9:15.
I needed to leave 2 hours ago.
No, you didn't. You can still leave and get there. And
I had to go when I was ready to go. You will not listen. I don't know who the you think you are. And this ain't about your bracket. This ain't about your surgery. This ain't about nothing. This is about you being a selfish. I don't think you're
already.
This would not be happening if you would have just shut your mouth. Look what a mess you've made.
It sounds like he's either doing a lot of coke or a lot of alcohol.
Or he's like,
because he's achy, breaky heart. You know, I think Biden could sing a better version of that song right now.
Hey, man, come on.
Come on, man.
Hey, Billy Ray, come on.
Terrible, right? That's not good for your image. Very bad.
No.
That's also not really good for your relationship.
I have to see the video because he sounds like he has aged significantly.
He sounds like he's a mess. And a Tennessee store clerk stole $1 million lottery ticket from a customer. This is terrible. Caught on video when he tried to cash it in as his own ticket. The rightful owner was told he was the winner, and the clerk is now... What is this clerk thinking? That you're never going to get away with this.
Yeah, right.
Here is the detective explaining what went down.
If you scratch off the front barcode, it'll tell you if it's a winner or not, regardless of whether you scratch off everything showing how much you've won.
Right.
He threw it on top of the trash. As that gentleman left, he took the trash outside. And if you follow him on the camera, you can see him grab the ticket, put it in his pocket. He went to the Tennessee Lottery Commission to claim the ticket as his own. And through their normal line of questioning, there were enough red flags for them to say, hey, you need to get all your affairs in order and come back to us, and we're going to hold on to the ticket.
Now, hold on just a minute. If the guy threw it out.
If he threw it out, finders keepers, Jeff Manaski's the winner.
Is the weeper.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw the story that Elon Musk has pledged. I mean, he really wants Trump in.
Yes.
He has pledged $45 million a month.
That seemed a little bit odd.
To Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And his campaign. And that was... Now, then when you dig into the story, you find out that... Where did the story come from? A rally. A Donald Trump rally. And at the rally, Trump said, Elon Musk has pledged $45 million a month towards our campaign. Now Elon Musk is out saying to the Wall Street Journal, that's incorrect. I never pledged. I'm not donating $45 million a month to Donald Trump. What I've done, he says, is I have created a PAC or a super PAC, whatever you want to call it. I simply call it the America PAC, and money is raised there. At no point, however, did I say I was donating $45 million a month to Trump, he told the reporter. That was a fiction made up by the Wall Street Journal. Well, technically, it kind of came from Donald Trump, says the Wall Street Journal. Here's the quote, I love Elon Musk, Trump said, talking to the crowd. Elon endorsed me the other day. I didn't even know this. He did not tell me about it. Well, because it isn't true. So this probably isn't Trump's fault. He's just reading it. He gives me $45 million a month. Not $45 million. He gives me $45 million a month. I talked to him just a little while ago when I was coming here, and I said, how you doing? He said, he didn't even mention it. Well, that's because it wasn't happening. But I don't think Trump's at fault. Maybe the Wall Street Journal reporter just made this up. I don't know. But that is not true. However, there is a PAC, and there's probably going to be a lot more than $45 million a month raised in the PAC, but it won't be all coming from Elon Musk, if that makes sense.
He's not taking it out of his pocket.
Herkimer County, if it's happening in Herkimer County, if it's happening in Herkimer County. Everything you can explore from Herkimer Diamond Mines, savor the taste of Herkimer cheese, take a tour boat along the historic Erie Canal right out of Waterfront Grill down there at Gems Along the Mohawk. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Thursdays, the weekend, food truck days. That season is underway. And so are farmers markets. It's all happening in Herkimer County, where history and commerce and beauty collide. It's happening in Herkimer County. News is next.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
President Biden says it's time to pass the torch. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition.
In an Oval Office address days after dropping out of the 2024 race, the president said he thinks the job he's done merits a second term.
Great thing about America is here, kings and dictators do not rule. The people do.
But he will finish his term, he says.
The president's to-do list for the next 6 months is long. He claims that in that time he can lower costs, grow the economy, call out hate, protect kids from gun violence, finish the cancer moonshot, end the war in Gaza, and reform the Supreme Court.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. Now, former President Trump called the Biden speech so bad and barely understandable in a post on Truth Social after saying this in Charlotte, North Carolina.
So now we have a new victim to defeat. Lion Kamala Harris, Lion, L-Y-I-N apostrophe.
Calling the vice president the most liberal elected politician in history.
Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here. You're fired.
Well, the vice president is now the presumptive Democratic nominee.
Harris is going to have a challenger for the nomination. It needs to happen soon. The DNC Rules Committee has issued a July 30 deadline for candidates to collect delegate signatures. The virtual roll call must be completed by August 7th.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Today, both the president and vice president will meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after his address to Congress drew thousands of protests. Some burned American flags.
I have a message for these protesters. When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang gays from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising, promoting, and funding you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots.
Dozens of Democrats boycotted the speech. Progressive Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib held up a sign calling Netanyahu a war criminal. America's listening to Fox News.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Small business owners, we know finishing your to-do list can feel like rowing upstream, but it's a river, a whitewater river, and the only paddles you have are pool noodles. Then when a new to-do pops up, you're like, nope, I'm already rowing upstream with these pool noodle paddles. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy to get personalized discounts with a commercial auto insurance quote online, so your to-do list is smooth sailing. See if you can save on commercial auto insurance in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverages and discounts not available in all states and subject to policy terms and underwriting.
Well, Israel's prime minister is in the U.S. vowing to achieve a complete victory in the war against Hamas in Gaza. Israeli forces conducted a mission recovering the bodies of 5 hostages who were kidnapped in the Hamas October terror attack that triggered the war. It's believed 41 of the 115 other hostages still being held are also dead. There was a near skirmish in the sky involving American adversaries.
2 Chinese and 2 Russian long-range bombers were spotted flying over international waters near Alaska. They entered an area where the United States and Canada require aircraft to be identified for national security reasons. The Allies' Joint Aerospace Command sent fighter jets up as a precaution, but the activity was not judged to be a threat. Russian operations in that region aren't unusual, but China has started to expand its exercises. Last week, 4 Chinese Navy ships were spotted less than 200 nautical miles from the Alaskan shore. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Delta is flying higher. The CEO has promised that today they'll be back to operating normally. Just one flight has been canceled after Delta grounded thousands since Friday after being the airline most affected by a global tech outage, prompting a U.S. government investigation into Delta. The FAA has worked out a deal with the Air Traffic Controllers Union.
The agreement will help with air traffic controller staffing shortages by guaranteeing at least 10 hours of rest between shifts. The new rules address controller fatigue, which FAA leaders say is a safety issue. National Air Traffic Controllers Association President Rich Santa said it's a concern the union has had for years. The FAA says it is at least 3,000 controllers short of what is needed nationally, leading to 6-day work weeks and high overtime at many airports. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures down modestly after the worst sell-off for the NASDAQ since 2022. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time. 7:05. I'm Andrew Derminia. Right now it's mostly clear and 65 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. One person has been killed and another airlifted to a hospital following a house explosion in Madison County. Crews were called to the scene on Burleson Road in Lincoln last night and arrived to find the residents reduced to rubble. There was also a smell of gas reported in that area, and some people said they heard the blast from as much as 10 miles away. Both victims lived at the home, but no one else was injured. The cause of the tragedy is still under investigation. Oneida County is temporarily moving its offices in Rome to a different location following severe storms. Those offices are now at the Berkshire Bank building. Fenway Park. They'll visit the Red Sox, excuse me. The New York Knicks are locking up their head coach. According to ESPN, Tom Thibodeau has agreed to a 3-year extension with the team in 4 seasons with New York. Thibodeau has led the Knicks to a 175-143 record. The team has made the playoffs in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers had to pay a price for missing mandatory minicamp. The Jets starting quarterback addressed the media Wednesday, saying that there is no residual tension in his relationship with head coach Robert Saleh. Rodgers confirmed that the Jets fined him a little more than $50,000 for skipping the event. The 40-year-old is making his way back from a season-ending Achilles injury he suffered on the 4th snap of the 2023 season. Town Square Media is joining with Santa for Seniors in July, an initiative to help the elderly residents of Georgian Arms in Rome who lost their homes during last week's EF2 tornado. All 7 floors of the building have been deemed uninhabitable, so the seniors are being housed in a temporary shelter, and they left many of their belongings behind. Now, they're in most need of essential toiletries like shampoo, toothbrushes, denture supplies, wipes, shoes, socks, and underwear. Donations can be dropped off at 9418 River Road. That's our studio here until August 22nd. All items will then be turned over to Santa for Seniors in July. Founders Emily and Sheila. You can read the story for more information and get a full list of the wish list at WIBX950.com. We will continue to help support the recovery efforts in Rome until it's no longer necessary, which may be a while.
It's going to be a while, there's no doubt. I want to tell you, if you're in need of any flooring, it's in Sarah's Flooring Outlet. Nobody any better. They have the best selection, the best inventory, whether it's Pergo Extreme, where you get the 60-mile price guarantee, anywhere within a 60-mile radius, guaranteed the best price. I know my wife right now is looking at tile, and where are we going?
She's smart to do that.
The best selection. Why do you say that, Mr. River
Tile
Hills?
is just a high-quality product. It looks
it
nice.
It raises value of the home, too, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
That and hardwoods. So you add hardwoods to your home. It's the one thing people want to do when they walk into a house is pull up the little end of the carpet to see.
I got to tell you, it's very common.
Is there hardwood?
Yeah.
These are all things that Inceras can help you with. They have the biggest, best selection. What I love is the way they treat people and their selection and their price. And I like the style of their store. Actually, I love everything about Inceras Flooring Outlet, including the 6-month interest-free financing that's going on right now and is always available at Inceras Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, and online at IncerasFlooringOutlet.com. You walk in and you say, Sal, I was told there's no better place in the world to get flooring. What do you think? And they will live up to that every single time, I promise you. It's Inceras Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, the River Road, Marcy, on River Road in Marcy, just down the street from us. Online at any time, you can take a look at what they have. IncerasFlooringOutlet.com. And you heard it right there. Mike already piping in here this morning. I cannot help thinking of that old classic song by Roy Orbison, Crying, when I see and hear Andrew speaking of the New York Yankees.
Well, I know that who Michael's a fan of, and let's just say
they had a rough time in Colorado.
Yes,
a little rough in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Got a break coming up this hour. Much to get to. County Executive Anthony Piceni. We'll talk to him about the Rome recovery and bringing money in and rebuilding and all of that. There's so much that has to be done. Later in the hour, Congressman Brandon Williams made big headlines when, after the protesters burned an American flag, tore it down and burned an American flag, Brandon Williams and a group of House members, and it might have been a senator in there too, but I think it was just House members, they walked the site and they put up a new American flag. He's getting a lot of headlines about that. We'll speak with him coming up. Brandon Williams on WIBX.
The Stanley Theater in downtown Utica presents 1964, The Tribute, on Thursday, September 19th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit thestanley.org.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that is MediShare you get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Just call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Hey Utica, it is time for the rodeo. August 2nd and 3rd, the rodeo returns to Utica. 2 nights of the best bull riders in the Northeast competing for cash prizes. Join us before the event for live music in the Subaru Village, and then see the bulls, broncs, and so much more. The Utica Stampede, Rodeo, and Expo, presented by Don's Ford, Clinton Tractor, Subaru, and best enjoyed with Coors Banquet, the official beer of the rodeo. Tickets available now at uticarodeo.com.
Ready to hit the road with confidence this summer? Look no further than Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your one-stop shop for top quality tires at unbeatable prices. Now through September 2nd, get up to $130 back on a Firestone Visa prepaid card when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Or buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get up to $140 back on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Experience the thrill of savings on every mile. To learn more and to schedule an appointment, visit tallmanstire.com.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
I plan to rearrange my closet, but I stopped after picking the clothes up off the floor.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's award-winning language learning app will help you start speaking another language. Start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? Vous êtes où?
Vous êtes où?
Babbel's bite-sized lessons make it easy to learn words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks,
"How's your French going?"
you can say,
Babbel est amusant et facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue. Et cela ne prend que 15 minutes par jour.
When you want to really learn another language, it starts with Babbel. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
The Stanley Theater in downtown Utica presents 1964, The Tribute, the most authentic and endearing tribute to the Beatles. For those that never saw the Beatles live, this is as close as you can get to feeling the magic. 1964, The Tribute, live at the Stanley Theater in downtown Utica on Thursday, September 19th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit thestanley.org.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT, or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Keeler in the Morning invites you to connect with us through telephonic communication at 315-736-0186. or use the Call Us button on the WIBX 950 app. For additional contact methodologies, please refer to WIBX950.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
We could do a song to this song. It's our Bible alley and it's in Utica. It's ugly, it's made of glass. Yeah, Yellow thinks it's really cool. Has a party there, it smells like, I don't know if I can come up with the words
I
to a
love
song.
it.
I don't know if we could do it.
I love it.
Here is Ann from Rome. Hello, Ann. Good morning. I hope you're doing well.
I'm getting there. I just want to say three things. First of all, Netanyahu comes to town and
I just want to give you another perspective of this. The black community would say he was being patriotic. He was standing up. He was taking a knee symbolically to stand up for the black population that he feels may have been getting a short end of the stick, dangerous, by the way, short end of the stick.
Well, he can do that.
I'm just saying. It is.
And I know what you're saying.
It is
but I
his
think it's
American right
disrespectful to the country
to protest. Well, okay. Well, all I can tell you is he did seem quite honored that he'll be carrying the flag.
Because he's a hypocrite. Okay, everybody likes me now, even though I was a jerk sitting during the national anthem.
I'm just saying if you were black, you might, and I'm just saying might, I could be wrong, like we'd call you Black Ann from Rome. If you were black, you might feel differently. That's all I'm saying.
No, I would never feel differently because it's still the country that we all represent.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out a different perspective. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
And last but certainly not least, thank you to Town Square Media for all they're doing for Rome. There's a lot of people worse off than me, and I appreciate it. And I thank the elected officials and first responders. Everybody's doing a great job. But these city and county workers, before 6 o'clock yesterday, they were still out there, and they're working late into the night.
Yeah.
Hats off to them. Great job.
Can I just address the Town Square Media thing? And I appreciate that, Ann, and thank you. You've been right out in front, right in the beginning, talking about the things that we have done here to help Rome. However, I look at it as if this is our responsibility. This
100%.
is why we exist. Not only to just deliver the news or to deliver programming, but when something like this happens, and really all we do, Ann, to be honest with you, is we advertise it.
Yeah.
We promote
Right.
it. And it's the people of this area that continue to give. So while
It's amazing. We've got amazing people in this area.
we do, and while I appreciate the thank you, we're doing very little compared to those people that are out on the ground and working hard every day to clean up and rebuild. And not to mention people like you and people who are living in shelters right now. I mean, this is just unfathomable what we're going through, what they are going through.
Well, we're
What
going
you
to
went
show
through.
everybody how strong people of Rome really are.
Yeah, there's no
We'll
doubt.
come back, and we're going to come back stronger and better.
I agree.
Thank you very much.
We all know how strong Ann is. So
I'm still depressed that all my Trump stuff got blown away.
Sorry, you can get more. You got to get the Trump
Yes.
Vance stuff now.
That's all
You
part
betcha.
it's all part of God's plan to blow his stuff away so you buy more and help fund his campaign. So
And not even a tornado could stop me from supporting Trump.
that is
There you go,
that
Ann.
is true.
Have
All
a
right.
good day, guys.
All right, Ann. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me go to the county executive, Anthony Pacini. And county executive, I think you would, although you've been on the ground along with officials out there, along with other county officials,
Mayor Lanigan.
Mayor Lanigan as well. You guys have been on the ground facilitating. There's a lot to be done.
Yeah, there is. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
And, there is, and we have not stopped. Since last Tuesday, it's hard to believe a week has gone by, or just over a week has gone by, and the progress that we have made. But the the mayor said the other day we still have a hill to climb, and and we're going to get there. We're just going to keep plugging away.
How about yesterday? It was predicted more severe storms, and I think to the north, up Oswego way, they got hit with some pretty big storms. Nothing like what Rome received a week ago, but it was a bit of made you a little nervous when you saw those strong storms were again in the forecast.
Yeah, and when we saw we were able to see the real dark clouds that started rolling in again from the south. And that's where everything came when the tornado hit. So it really kind of got people a little nervous as well, and luckily we were spared. And but it's unfortunate. It's just crazy weather systems that are hitting the state like never before, and it's just been one thing after another.
So I will ask you, up to this point, we've had Republicans complimenting the governor during this, saying that she has been there for Oneida County and for Rome. Do you echo that?
Well, I echo that on the first day. I obviously and what was sent immediately in terms of the Office of Emergency Management and the Division of Homeland Security, State Police, all of the state agencies that were mobilized at the command post and continued up until yesterday. That was all good. The governor came and called and came that first night. We've been in contact with her, some of her staff over the last several days, and yesterday but the other day we wrote a letter because we need more help. We need financial help. I mean, we are spending a great deal of money, and for all the right purposes. There's nothing, obviously, but the county of Oneida and obviously the city of Rome, needs help. Needs help to rebuild and to actually, well, let me rephrase that. The rebuilding will come if we can clean up what we have, and we need help cleaning up what we have in front of us now. We have several buildings and pieces that have to come down. That's very expensive, and people will talk about insurance and all the like, but there's still the issue of people either walking away from properties or leaving properties or not dealing with demolition immediately, and that's where the city and the county have to step in. So we're asking for help with that, and but we continue every day. The DPW crews of the city have been remarkable. The county has obviously helped where we, as well, and continue to do that. And we have to move our offices because our buildings are in complete disarray and really in bad shape. So that needs to be done. In the meantime, we've got the Business Recovery Fund and we've got the Victim Recovery Fund that has kicked in yesterday, and I think the numbers at the end of the day were over 100 residents that already called and started the process of getting some assistance so that we can get some money out the door to them, just to help them move along, and that's for everybody. That's not just certain people.
How are you rating National Grid? We were on our way back from Buffalo over the weekend, and it came into a convoy of disaster recovery vehicles, big trucks that were all coming out of Canada, and I could only assume they were heading to Rome.
Well, there are still. There's still a few, or I shouldn't say a few given what we dealt with. There's still numerous houses and properties that are without power, but those are basically because the system or the power panels in their businesses or homes were ripped out as a part of the with the tornado. So that there's those systems have to be replaced. Look, we've gone back and forth with National Grid at different times. I know we get frustrated because of the timing and because there were areas of the city that were not impacted, but that were still without power. It was a tornado. We have to. Our frustration is just with everything. But they did a remarkable job given the number of days and what they had in front of them. Sometimes you hear these stories that people are without power for weeks. I think by Friday or Saturday at the latest, it was up to the 97% piece of the residents and businesses that could get power. Again, the key thing is who could get power because of their situation.
Right.
So, look, it's one of those things where we all worked together, but it was tough because there were so many trees and so many poles and different things down, and when you look at that, it's okay. Where do we start? And what's the first thing is to get things out of harm's way, especially because you had people that needed to get in their homes or around them, see what was there. They couldn't bypass those streets. So there's a number of factors that go into this.
Tony, how has the response been as far as applications to the Community Foundation for the Relief Fund? Have there been a lot of calls, people taking advantage of that? And, how can people, if they haven't already?
There have. I said, we just turned the phone lines on yesterday morning at 8:30, and the calls just started rolling in. It's a very simple process in order to get up to $5,000 in assistance for various things such as electrical connections, dumpsters, tree removal, insurance deductible, boarding up or anything like that. And at the end of the day, I think we were just over 100 people had already gone through that process. It's a simple call, and we have a call center set up in Utica at the county office building. That number is 315-798-5206. We are going to operate it every day until further notice and keep going. But it's been a great response. People have been, from what I was told by the call center, people have been very, very respectful, very easy to deal with. I think throughout this, in dealing with people every day, no one was frustrated. No one was. I think we were more frustrated just to try to get them the help they needed. As quickly as possible. And I say that in a internal way, not a verbal way or a public way in that regard. We were just trying to move quickly, and people were just wonderful. The community, and even the people that we had to deal with over the weekend, the long lines, as we gave out cards for food and financial assistance and things like that to just get them what they needed because they had been without power for days and they couldn't get in their homes. And people were just very, very accommodating. We had no incidents. We had no anger or whatever. It was really, it's really been an interesting and really, really positive as much as you can. And this one, this one was, much different and much more destructive. And yet, then we're still, the mayor and I still talk. We look at each other every day, when we see different buildings and different structures, even now as we're going through the inventory a little more detailed about how no one was injured.
It's unbelievable. That's really incredible.
It's just, that is still stands out there as the biggest part of this storm, because you turn on the news every day, and whether it's in the Midwest or wherever, it's 11 killed, 12 killed, 20 or 5 or whatever the number is, and so someone is looking over us.
Last question.
Yes, you can get that information, by the way, if you need that number or need any help with the relief fund on our website, WIBX950.com. Dana suggesting here, Dana only, the bricks from the mural wall, can that either be pieced back together or sold, the actual individual bricks sold to go towards the relief fund?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
We hadn't thought of that. I know, the main goal in that building, like everything else that has been, or that has had the kind of damage that is to get it cleared up so it doesn't, we're at the point where we don't want these buildings to collapse. We've been fortunate with the weather, and again, that's what we were concerned about yesterday, not that we're looking at another tornado, but that you were looking at, heavy rains could add. I mean, just it's amazing how fragile, once these buildings are compromised, what happens if something else occurs.
Yeah.
And that's why things like, the mural building, St. Mary's Church, and, and some other buildings, have to get down. And that's what we need to stay up with.
How in the world, and I know you knew this, but I feel like an idiot that I didn't. All this time I thought that mural was Paul Revere, tying into Revere Copper. And that we find it.
That's been the biggest debate among, I think among the Romans we've talked to, I mean, that have lived their entire lives or believe that, and on and on and on, and it's back and forth. I mean, it's almost like 50-50 or maybe more.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like
people think it's Paul Revere.
Can you look up there and say, no, that's definitely not Paul Revere? I can tell by his eyes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. No.
So it's like
it was Peter. It was Peter Gansevoort, according to the historian. So that's who was. We like to say was trying to reach Paul Revere. So
that's right. That's fair enough. So, all right. Well, listen. I think the job done by all is, and I assume you feel the same way when somebody thanks you and just thanking us for the stuff that we've done. And my answer to that is, this is our job. This is what we're supposed to do. And I feel you probably feel the same way. This is what you're supposed to do.
It is. I told that to people yesterday. I mean, and I tell them every day. And the same thing is, the mayor and I walked the streets on Saturday, just the two of us, through all of those neighborhoods, and the feeling of the people and everything. Thank you. And we're like, no, don't thank it. This is what we do, but this is what our people do. More importantly, this is what our people do.
Right.
I'm proud of. I'm proud. I got hats off to the mayor's team, the police department and fire department, first of all, that responded in the minutes and kept everything in order.
Yeah.
I mean, along with our sheriff's office.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Everybody else. And then our DPW or the DPW crews of the city and the county just worked around. I mean, I don't know how many sleep those guys got. They were up at 5, done. Still working at dark. And then all of our county workers that were outside in the baking sun over the last several days until we got offices that, even though we had mobile units, it was hot. It was tremendous. The Rome office of the county and social services and health and mental health, and everybody was just phenomenal. I can't be more proud of everybody. But this is what these people do every day.
Yep.
And they help people, and that's what we do.
County Executive Anthony Pacini. And by the way, we've not heard, I don't believe, from Lance and Lee. I know that's a funny topic at times. Lance is quite critical often.
I hope he's okay.
But we have not heard from him since the tornado.
Is that true? I wasn't aware of that.
I don't know what's going on. I hope he's okay. All right.
Maybe he's without internet or something.
It's possible. That is absolutely possible.
True. Yeah.
Okay, County Executive, as always, we appreciate it, and thank you, everybody, for what they're doing.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
For what you do.
Thank you. County Executive Anthony Pacini. Quickly, Jay in Vernon. Hi, Jay. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
What's going on?
I was Sunday. I was going through Rome there, and I went up to try to get some groceries. I went to the Save-A-Lot up there on Black River Boulevard, and I walked in there, and I know the butcher up there because I go in there frequently. And he told me that they had to throw out almost $50,000 worth of frozen.
Oh, my God.
But he was able to save some of the frozen stuff that was starting to be partial, and they donated it to a food bank, whatever. But that just shows you the magnitude of the store. That Save-A-Lot ain't all that big. They lost $50,000 in frozen and dairy and fresh meat and whatnot. So that's then I was down at Lowe's, and an older guy was buying some yard rakes. Me and my wife behind him, so we paid for his yard rakes. The guy started crying, hugging my wife. We all were crying in the park. It was pretty touchy.
Wow. Now, that's different than Big Lots, right? Save-A-Lot is different than Big Lots.
Yeah, Save-A-Lot is a grocery chain. I went at Aldi's. Aldi was open, so I sees Aldi. I was right near the store. Lady comes out, says, "I hope you're not looking to buy any produce, meat, or dairy products. All they got is dry goods." I was looking for a couple steaks, but anyway, that was just that's just save a lot. I mean, that's just $50,000 they threw out in the. I don't know. If
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
We're able to donate some of the frozen stuff that wasn't completely unthawed, like he said, burgers and hot dogs and maybe some frozen vegetables and whatnot. But yeah, it was pretty bad, Bill. But everybody, unbelievable, no one got hurt. And,
somehow, I don't know how it worked out. I mean, obviously we lost a life in Canastota, which is terrible. But
I got a buddy that lives right down there by the Polish home in South Rome, and him and his daughter's house, no roof. The only thing, he's got an above-ground pool. That's the only thing that wasn't really touched. I don't know the water weighs a lot, I understand. But,
yeah, still it's weird.
You guys have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, Jay.
Good job, Bill.
Thank you, Jay. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. This is from Joe, and maybe you can look in and get me somebody to talk about this. He said, I just wanted to say, during the tornado, I was in Big Lots in Rome. Everyone's phones had the tornado alert going off at the very same time. It was raining sideways, lightning and debris blowing through the parking lot. And at Big Lots, they made every customer leave the store.
Wow.
In the middle of the storm. He said it was insane. I protested that there was literally a tornado, and they insisted it was store policy. Everyone had to leave. He said it was traumatic. I just wanted to share this. I wrote to Big Lots about what happened, and I have not gotten a response. So
there's a story on our website. They're closing a bunch of locations, including 3 in New York. So
well, I would see if you can reach out to man. I'd love to hear their answer for
Sure.
that. How do you justify? Well, there's insurance. We can't be responsible for the. You're putting them. I would beg to differ and say you're responsible by putting them back out into the where they're not protected. At all. I don't know. That's really a crazy story. All right, let's do Habaika's free money question of the day. On the line today, Davey has made it clear it's $300. And you're looking for caller number what here?
7.
7th caller right now in honor of the 7 victories the Yankees are going to have coming up for the rest of the season. And I'm kidding. Caller number 7. 315-736-0186.
It's in honor of the 7-game winning streak that they're going to go on.
That's what they're going to go on. It
Keep
could happen.
dreaming.
Caller 7 right now at WIB.
Ready to hit the road with confidence this summer? Look no further than Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your one-stop shop for top-quality tires at unbeatable prices. Now through September 2nd, get up to $130 back on a Firestone Visa prepaid card when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Or buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get up to $140 back on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Experience the thrill of savings on every mile. To learn more and to schedule an appointment, visit Tallman'sTire.com.
Sometimes intimate moments happen spontaneously. At Hims, we know it's always better to be ready. And the best way to be ready anytime is to go to hims.com today. Because when you go to hims.com/radio, you'll find doctor-trusted ED treatments for less, with the same active ingredient as Cialis. Available in daily pills or chews, Hims gives you that boost of confidence, knowing you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. To connect with a licensed medical provider, just go to hims.com. No in-person appointments or awkward conversations required. If prescription medication is right for you, it'll be shipped to your door for free. Starting at less than $2 a day, you can get an ED treatment prescribed 100% online, all for a fraction of the price of name brands. Get your confidence back with Hims. Get started with a free 100% online consultation today at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Utica and the Mohawk Valley. Take up to 60 months to pay with no money down at Mattress Express on anything in the store for qualified buyers. See store for details. Commercial Drive next to Pet Supplies Plus in New Hartford, in Oneida and the Glenwood Plaza by the movie theaters.
There's an issue cutting through the bipartisan bickering in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. AM radio is too important to let this moment pass us by.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Let's face it, life can just get messy. John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation will take care of it for you. If you need help with clearing out your home or commercial building, John's Cleanouts will handle it. We understand sometimes it's more than just a cleanout, it's an accumulation of someone's life. We go the extra mile to do the job with integrity, and we're fully insured in the industry. Call John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation today and take the stress out of your mess.
You likely know all about our heating and cooling solutions at Fred F. Collis & Sons.
What you may not know is that this just scratches the surface of what Collis can do for your home and comfort.
Insulation, air sealing, indoor air quality, water heaters, generators.
And of course, heating and cooling.
No matter what you need, you can always count on Collis.
Count on Collis to help you stay cool and save energy this summer by scheduling your free home energy assessment. Visit fredfcollis.com.
Utica's first cannabis dispensary is local, licensed, and now open to all. Exit 31 Exotic is your home for edibles, flower, vapes, and all your cannabis needs. Visit Exit 31 Exotic at 255 Genesee Street or online at uticacannabisco.com.
For use only by adults 21 years of age or older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the National Poison Control Center hotline 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly. License number OCMCAURD 240076.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, the official copy of the Keeler in the Money radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Chuck Sedella and his crew over there have you covered like you can't believe. Fresh donuts made there every day. Fresh bagels made there every day, New York style. The lattes are incredible. There's like 14 different flavors, including matcha. Which is really something special. So check it out. Daylight Donuts. The drive-thru is so fast. You're in, you're out, you're on your way to wherever it is you have to go. Sandy, you have to go anywhere today?
No, I'm actually home today.
Okay. Perfect, because you need to be in sync here.
Yeah, you got to be in the right mood.
With in the right mode to be able to get this. Today, it's worth, Davey, repeat it. I need you to repeat it just for sure, so legal purposes.
$300.
$300. Did you hear that, Obika?
Just so that we know it's not ours.
That's Davey. That's Davey. It's not us. That's all I'm saying. All right, here we go, Sandy. Here is your question.
Okay.
You'll have 7 seconds to answer. Good luck.
Okay.
The group Wham was founded by George Michael and this person. Ready, go.
Oh, my God. I knew that.
Before you go.
Elton John. I don't know.
Elton John.
Yeah. Good guess.
George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley, who is a name that's not as common.
It's Elton John.
Yeah, it is Elton John. That's for darn sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, well, listen, we will give you the all-in-one food and fun card. It is good, $25 gift card. Good. And the nice thing about this card is if you get it for somebody as a gift or you get it as a gift, it's good at like 8 different places, including the Comets gift shop and Babes. All over. So stand by. Davey's going to hook you up with that. We'll also give you a 4-pack of tickets to the upcoming rodeo in Utica.
To the rodeo.
All right.
Oh, my God. That is wonderful. I do want to go to that.
Bingo.
Oh, thank you so much.
We made it work. We made it work. All right. You stand by, and Davey's going to hook you up. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
See, it works out. You lose here, and you win.
No losers here.
That's because this radio program is made up of a bunch of losers. Andrew and I have been losers our whole lives. And
that's why we're doing this.
We know what it feels like. That's why it's a mission we're on. That's why we're doing it. Yesterday, we were speaking this morning with Ryan Schmelz from Fox News Radio, and he actually covered this yesterday. I don't know if you saw any of the protesters burning American flags.
Disgusting.
It is despicable while it is their right to do so. I understand that. I still hate it. This, of course, with Netanyahu in town. Brandon Williams actually went to the location where the flag was taken down and burned and led a group of political figures in putting up a new American flag. And Congressman Brandon Williams is on the line right now. Congressman, good morning.
Hey, Bill. Good morning.
So I know that, boy, you're very supportive of Israel. You're all in. Ultimately, I thought Netanyahu's speech, while many will if you're protesting, you don't believe him. I thought it was incredibly impactful when he said that a West Point war historian had researched not just the wars over the last in modern times, but wars in history, throughout history. And he claimed that this historian says there are fewer civilian casualties in Gaza during this war than at any other time, any other war in the history of the world.
Well, I doubt, I was there live for the speech. It was, extremely well done, as you said. He was very compelling, I think, to make his case, not only why we should support Israel, but more importantly, why Americans should stand up for itself, stand up for our shared values. And he was very compelling about that. There is a lot of propaganda, particularly from Hamas and, what do they call it, the Palestinian Health Ministry. And this is well known for a long period of time that they just grossly misrepresent what's actually happening there. No one really believes the Palestinian Authority numbers and the things that they say. Israel tries to be very straightforward about what it's doing. Of course, they're advocating for themselves and their story, but I think they tend to rely on objective truth instead of just propaganda.
At some point, protesters pulled down American flags and began burning the flags. So you had an answer to that yesterday.
Bill, this occurred right in the heart of our nation's capital. Union Station is, right adjacent to Capitol Hill. This is the heart of democracy, where these attacks took place. And I know you said that burning the flag is protected under the First Amendment. That's if you bring your own flags and you want to burn them.
Yeah,
but
you can't.
Tore down
Right. That's thievery.
They tore down American property, burned it. And as I drove by last night on the way to late votes, I drove right by the Union Station, and I just said, "Look, we're going to make that right." So I went and recruited, a dozen or so Republican members of Congress, mostly veterans, and then also Speaker Johnson joined us. We pulled flags out of my office, and we raised them, and it was a very proud moment.
Now, Congressman, do you at all interact with any of these people, have conversations with them, try to engage in them, and ask them what exactly they're thinking or even what they're protesting?
These are violent, anti-American, anti-Israel protesters. They're there to burn down our system of government. These are not. This isn't a conversation. These are people that are looking. If you saw the pictures, they're attacking the cops. So I don't think it'd be very responsible as a member of Congress to go try to engage them. We're going to engage them at the ballot box in November. We're going to engage them, directly to the American people. We're going to engage them by doing things like raising the American flag, defending the American flag. I'm a veteran. The flag means something to me, and I'm not going to stand by and see it burned.
Well, we don't know. We also don't know how many of those who are protesting are actually citizens of the United States.
Well, there's no way to know. I think there's if you really peel the onion, I would say these are Marxist leftist protesters. It is actually very few of them are connected to the Palestinian cause or even know very much about why they're protesting. These actually are people that are trying to burn down America. And any opportunity that they have to do that, they've proven that over the last many years. They've appeared, at every opportunity to fight the police and to try to create chaos, because that's exactly what the Marxist playbook says to do.
Yeah.
And we just got to look beyond it and see what are these forces that are really trying to tear our country apart.
Well, and the sad part is that there are groups out there that take advantage of our democracy, take advantage of our freedoms, the freedoms that we have, more so freedoms that countries do not have around the rest of the world. even friendly countries that we think of as free countries don't have the rights that we have in this country. And here these people are taking advantage of those rights to use them against us. And in some cases, they're successful in creating chaos.
Well, they are, and I think, look, free speech is protected, but not all speech is protected. For example, calls to violence. Famously, yelling fire in the middle of a movie theater. There's a lot of speech that we are permitting right now that is not protected under the First Amendment. This has already been decided over 100 years by the Supreme Court, and we really need to stand up and against this lawlessness. We cannot have a lawless country.
There's no doubt. You also were when these protests first started, protesting this war, and there was a sit-in. You grabbed an Israeli flag. This was months ago that this happened.
Yeah, it is. I'm not afraid of these people. I'm not afraid that my ideas won't stand up to their ideas. I'm absolutely confident, in the founding principles of our country, and I am not afraid to confront them. And to see these people illegally come into congressional office buildings and to shout out anti-American, vile things as well as anti-Semitic vile things, I'm not going to sit idly by. I'm just not. I'm not trying to protect a political career. I'm going to stand up for what's right for this country, and that's why I volunteered to serve in the Navy, 35 years ago, and that's why I'm stood up to run for Congress. We're not going to sit back and do nothing.
And you know what? It's so easy to do nothing. It really is. Brandon Williams, Congressman, thank you for the time. We appreciate it this morning.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Bill.
Right. Have a great day. It's tough to, anytime you see someone stomping on and burning an American flag, it's a very terrible thing to look at.
Yep.
Got a lot of comments here, and I'll get to the end of those on the other side. Is Andrew's giving me this very unique, I'm going on vacation tomorrow. You better do things right today. Look, that's the look he's giving me. And I know it's coming off a tough night of baseball, so he's not in a mood to mess around. We have news coming up next.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Crispies. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1904 $20 Gold Liberty coins have been found. These gorgeous 1904p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 500 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1904 Gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1904 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 120 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-9819. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $75 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-9819 now to secure your 1904p $20 Gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-9819.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome,
W295EI,
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
It was a terrible speech. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what former President Trump just told Fox about President Biden's Oval Office address last night.
Terrible delivery. He looked like he was having problems.
Well, the president said days after dropping out of the 2024 race.
I revere this office, but I love my country more.
Saying he thinks the job he's done merits a second term, but
there's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices. Yes, younger voices.
And he called Vice President Harris tough and capable. She's already the new presumptive Democratic nominee and just this morning released her first campaign video.
There are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of hate. But us, we choose something different. We choose freedom.
Now back to the former president. He just called his new November opponent radical, far left, and not very smart.
He's coming to see me. I get a kick out of one thing. They say, sir, be nice. You just got hit with a bullet. Maybe he's changed. Be nice. And I'd love to be nice, but I'm dealing against real garbage.
Tomorrow, he'll meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu discussing the war against Hamas.
He's coming to see me. I want him to finish up and get it done quickly.
President Biden and Vice President Harris will meet with Netanyahu today, the day after he addressed Congress.
For the forces of civilization to triumph, America and Israel must stand together.
Though dozens of Democratic lawmakers boycotted the speech, another held up a sign calling Netanyahu a war criminal. Netanyahu called thousands of protesters outside Iran's useful idiots.
Palestine will be free!
Some of those demonstrators took American flags down and burned them near the Capitol, raising Palestinian flags to fly in their place. They were later taken down, U.S. flags put back up as some Republican lawmakers recited the Pledge of Allegiance. America's listening to Fox News.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Small business owners, we know finishing your to-do list can feel like rowing upstream. But it's a river, a whitewater river, and the only paddles you have are pool noodles. Then when a new to-do pops up, you're like, nope, I'm already rowing upstream with these pool noodle paddles. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy to get personalized discounts with a commercial auto insurance quote online, so your to-do list is smooth sailing. See if you can save on commercial auto insurance in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverages and discounts not available in all states and subject to policy terms and underwriting.
It's now been 12 days since the Trump assassination attempt, and the former president also just told Fox this morning.
It's just a terrible thing. It's such a shame. And the Secret Service, they're such great people.
Yes.
It's a blight on their reputation.
And as the investigation into gunman Thomas Crooks continues,
I think it's fair to say that we do not yet have a clear picture of his motive.
FBI Director Christopher Wray told a House Judiciary Committee hearing Crooks used encrypted messaging apps, and they found this on his computer.
On July 6th, he did a Google search for, quote, how far away was Oswald from Kennedy?
Questions remain about the security lapses that allowed Crooks to fire 8 shots from a rooftop. One grazed the former president's right ear. Another killed a Trump rally attendee. 2 others were seriously injured. A police officer is hospitalized in New Jersey after being shot last night, executing a warrant in Rahway. The officer said to be stable, expected to survive. 3 teenagers are facing murder charges in Ohio in the death of a mother killed by her own SUV in a carjacking.
The trio charged in the murder of 29-year-old Alexis Stakely. She had left her son in the car for a moment to run back into the babysitter's house to retrieve an item. Columbus cops say the 3 teens jumped in the car and put it in gear. They say a screaming Stakely jumped on the hood to get them to stop, but they continued to speed away, killing her. The child was recovered unharmed in the abandoned car not far away. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could fall some more. Futures are lower. The day after the worst sell-off for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ since October of 2022. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now we have partly cloudy skies, 67 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Top story this morning, one person has been killed and another airlifted to a hospital following a house explosion in Madison County. Crews were called to the scene on Burleson Road in Lincoln last night and arrived to find the residents reduced to rubble. There was also a smell of gas reported in that area, and some people said they heard the blast from as much as 10 miles away. Both victims lived at the home, but no one else was injured. The cause of the tragedy is still under investigation. Oneida County is temporarily moving its offices in Rome to a different location following the severe storms. Those offices are now at the Berkshire Bank building that's located on West Dominic Street in the city's downtown area. Last week, Rome was struck by thunderstorms and also a tornado that touched down and caused extensive damage. The temporary office site will be open from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. the rest of the week and from 8:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. starting Monday. A registered sex offender from Manlius will be spending the next decade behind bars. Yesterday, a judge sentenced 41-year-old William Gladney after he admitted to having thousands of images and videos of child pornography. Prosecutors say those images were found on personal devices Gladney owned. He was previously convicted of a similar crime in Texas back in 2010. A Rome man is facing serious charges following an investigation into illicit material found in his possession. 44-year-old Joseph Canistra was charged with one count of promoting sexual performance by a child. According to the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, an investigation began when the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a report from Microsoft indicating an unknown individual had uploaded child exploitation material to their platform Bing. On the morning of July 23rd, authorities executed a search warrant at a residence on Floyd Ave in the city of Rome. Canistra was processed at the Oneida County Sheriff's Office and later transported to the correctional facility where he was held for arraignment. The case has been referred to the Oneida County District Attorney's Office for review, and further charges are possible. And the presidential campaign of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has sent out 100,000 fortune cookies to restaurants across New Hampshire. The cookies feature ads for Kennedy Jr., and his representatives say that he's trying to reach out to voters in a unique way, much like his father did when he ran for president. Each of the fortunes have a QR code inside them that leads to Kennedy's website. The campaign says it's considering sending out cookies to other parts of the country. It is 8:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Wheelock Disposal, local, reliable, affordable trash service. For today, we can expect partly sunny skies with a high in the upper 70s. Overnight, partly cloudy skies with a low in the upper 50s. Then sunny skies on tap for tomorrow and Saturday with highs in the low to mid 80s.
And Sunday.
Sunday will be in the low 90s. And then looking ahead to Monday, sunny and hot with a high in the low 90s.
Saying 90s for Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
That's new. I didn't think we were going to get really hot until Monday and Tuesday. But
it's going to start Sunday?
It's irrelevant.
It's going to be hot and sunny for me where I'm going.
It's going to be hot. Where are you going, by the way?
Going to Fort Myers, Florida.
Okay, it's going to be really hot.
And I love it.
The heat.
I love it.
All right, we have a lot to get to. Scott and Kirkville on the Jim Dandy at Saratoga this weekend. Rick E. Lewis from the Rome Capital Arts Complex. We'll speak with Rick later in the hour. John Decker from Gray TV. I also have a really remember...
You want to do sports?
No. I thought you wanted to skip it.
Well, I probably do want to skip it.
Yeah.
We do have to get the sponsor in IBEW Utica 43,
just,
local contractors.
We'll do it. We'll just do some quick scores.
No, it's okay.
Let me finish by saying I didn't even realize you didn't do it. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm moving this morning along. We're skipping stuff.
We have to.
We are skipping stuff. The Facts of Life. Remember the TV show?
You take the good, you take the bad. You take them both, and there you have.
Mrs. Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Drummond. Was he on that show? No, he was on...
No, that's...
what you talking about, Willis? That was Mr. Drummond, yeah.
No, that's not Different Strokes.
Yeah, it was Different Strokes.
Oh, it was. Okay, yeah.
The Facts of Life, I think, was a spinoff of Different Strokes, or one or the other. Anyway, there was going to be a reunion, but one greedy B-word
Tootie.
Ruined it for everybody. And I have audio on that coming up in a second. Interesting. And some other stuff we'll get to. Hold on. Coming right back here on a Thursday morning at WIBX. In sports, boom. Okay.
Yankees lose, Mets win, Aaron Rodgers, all that.
Big night for the New York Mets. They'll take on the Atlanta Braves for 4 games. I'm worried about that.
And we got the Red Sox.
Hold on. We're coming right back at WIBX.
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo, Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. I'm really excited to introduce more fantastic new businesses that have recently become a part of our thriving community. Here in Utica, we're not just growing, we are flourishing. Be sure to support our new businesses and our local economy.
Air City Cannabis, 17070 Oriskany Street West, Utica. Renegade Boxing, 310 Broad Street, Utica. Gold Mine 2, 4662 Commercial Drive, New Hartford.
Please join the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce in welcoming these new businesses. Here we grow again.
More than 200 members of Congress are standing up for AM radio listeners. The AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act will keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this critical legislation now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
A clean, healthy home is more important than ever. We all want to live in a safe environment, free from allergens and harmful bacteria. And at ABC ChemDry, that's what we provide our customers every day. Our green certified cleaning solution, The Natural, uses hot carbonation to safely remove up to 98% of allergens from carpet and upholstery. With our patented cleaning process, we can also remove more than 98% of bacteria from tile, stone, grout, and granite countertops. And if you have pets, our pet urine removal treatment called PERT can eliminate more than 99% of pet urine odors and bacteria. We guarantee we'll get the stains out too. And an ABC ChemDry cleaning can even reduce airborne bacteria in your home by up to 89%. Now that's clean. Protect your family. Trust ABC ChemDry, your healthy home authority. Call us at 315-738-1111 or visit abcchemcleaners.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Stanley Theater in downtown Utica presents 1964, The Tribute, on Thursday, September 19th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit thestanley.org. The Stanley Theater in downtown Utica presents 1964, The Tribute, on Thursday, September 19th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit thestanley.org.
This is Keeler in the morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
I want to read some comments. I got a bunch of them. Do you want me to go through a few here? Walmart. This is LH and Herkimer. Walmart and Utica did the same thing. We're talking about the Big Lots. They made everybody leave the store in the middle of the tornado.
Yeah, that's responsible.
That is terrible. Walmart and Utica did the same thing, made everybody come to the front and then leave. LeBron is a socialist, Easy and Ilian said. Oh, my God, Bill, you are such a liberal. No, I'm a realist, man, and I'm not on one side or the other. And when you're not on one side, Easy and Ilian, people think you're on the other side automatically. I try to give a perspective on both sides. To walk away and say, so-and-so is a hater and wants to do A, B, and C, or they just believe differently than you do. Which is it? Whether that person is on the right or on the left, there's a lot of hypocrisy out there. And I'm sorry, you can't have it one way. You have to have your own mind. I know this is a weird concept.
Mm-hmm.
You must have your own mind and think independently. Which, damn it, easy. It's what I do. Call that whatever you want. I really, to be honest with you, don't care. Can't nobody say nothing about that? Deeds in New Hartford. Now, there's something I can understand.
I can't.
I don't either. Talking about Dr. Pepper. What was the whole thing about? It was J.D. Vance the other day was doing a thing. And so this is how, here's a good example of how the media will take something and distort it. So J.D. Vance was talking about, Democrats, these liberals, they think, we're Republicans, we're all racist, we're all bigots, and and everything we do is racist and it's bigotry. For God's sakes, I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm sure tomorrow they're going to say I'm racist because I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Wah.
So then the next day, the story headline is J.D. Vance says, if you drink a Diet Dr. Pepper, you're racist.
I think it was Diet Mountain Dew, but yes, it's. I did recall that.
I thought it was Diet Dr. Pepper. Could have been Diet Mountain Dew, whatever. Either way, both are filled with all sorts of probably diet toxins. I don't know.
There has been a lot of that already. That if you don't support Kamala, you're a racist.
Okay.
There's been those accusations already.
All right. Sure. Larry, this is me to Larry. Larry, big series with the Braves coming up. Correct, Bill. Hopefully not a letdown coming off the Subway Series. I completely agree with that. It could be bad.
I hope it is.
Larry Bryant, the judge makes $232,000 a year. She told people they'll have to drag her out. She's not giving up the money. Are we talking about Judge Gall? Is that what they're talking about? They're all asking if Judge Gall has stepped down. There'll be no stepping down.
Yeah, I think it's a removal.
It's a removal.
There's an appeal, but there was a removal.
I, to be honest with you, with these videotapes that are out right now, I wouldn't appeal. I would just
move along.
The videotapes are really bad. What else do I have here? This is from John, the QAnon. If I vote, if there's an election, this is interesting. If there's an election, I will not vote, not even for Trump.
Who said that?
John, the QAnon.
Okay.
Kind of rhymes, doesn't it? John
from QAnon.
John the QAnon.
Is that his handle? Is he
no, but he always
a Q follower for sure?
He references Q often. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jake says we lost audio on YouTube. I fixed that. There was a little issue, and I had to fix it. And I guess that's all I had. Do you have any others? That's all I have.
That's all I have, too.
We
got
more.
Scott in Kirkville.
I know. I'm going to get to that. Hold on. I'm going to get to that. But I do have some more that I want to get in. Mike, Ann from Rome can steal a motto from Biden. Build back better. I doubt she'll use that slogan.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's crazy about that.
Wayne, I'm a big Yankees fan from back in the days where Billy Martin was the manager. Me too. I was a Yankees fan then.
Torre? How about Joe Torre? He wouldn't put up with all this BS.
I became a Mets fan when I started working for the Mets in 1983. The Little Falls Mets. Typical New York fans are happy when winning, sour when losing. At all sports, not just baseball. Gloating when on top, demanding change when losing streaks come around. That is probably true. Happy birthday to Lorraine Griffo, the wife of Senator Joe Griffo.
Happy birthday, Lorraine.
This is Greeley. Notice Trump calling her Kamala. What an idiot. He's going to lose. J.D. Vance was a colossal mistake. I do agree with that.
Who said that? Greeley said
Greeley,
that?
And I agree. Yeah. Number one, I'm just going to say that Trump has the greatest opportunity in the world to just go out and be pro forward. Move. I don't want to say progressive because that would be I wouldn't mean it in that way. What I'm talking about is looking forward. getting back to where the economy was, the policies that many Republicans, whether they like Trump or not, like, and even non-Republicans liked. But instead, it's going to come down to the nitpicky stuff going after Kamala Harris. He's going to be mean, he says, and I don't know that that's going to get him the win. And I am not a fan of the pick, the J.D. Vance pick personally. But maybe it's the right one. I don't know. It's very early right now. This is a big move for the Democrats, adding her. They're going to have their convention. Like Republicans, they should look really good after their convention. Then we get down to the nitty-gritty. Where is it going to take us? I don't know. And then one more comment here. Dana, not funny. I think it was the line I used when I said there was the birds, the eagles taking the koi fish out of Dana.
Too close to home.
And Dave's
come on
koi pond, which is a beautiful koi pond. Scott in Kirkville, I want you to stand by if I could. Elias Zina is on right now to talk about the. I'm getting to you, Scott. You're next. Damn it. Elias is his place is
so he
Lafa,
owns
right?
Lafa.
His dad and mom own
wonderful people. They own Zina's on Varick Street.
Varick Street.
Yes.
And I got to say that.
And thank you for pronouncing his name correctly. Nothing drives me crazier. And it's a battle when people say Zina's. It's
Zina.
not. It's Zina.
We often order from Lafa. They have a salad that is
it's
really, really good. And the dressing is really good. And, you know, the meat on top and the cheese and everything. I think it's healthy.
Portions are wonderful. And it's very healthy for you. Yeah.
Anyway, Elias, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, good morning, Bill. Good morning, Andrew. Thanks for having me on.
And congratulations on the success you're having.
It's awesome.
In the restaurant business, carrying on the tradition of your parents.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Taste of Lebanon. Here we go. What's going on?
It's a big weekend.
It's a big weekend. The food.
Yeah, so exciting weekend ahead. Taste of Lebanon Food Festival, Entertainment Festival going on today from 5 to 9, Friday from 5 to 9, and then Saturday as well, all day from 12 to 9 o'clock. We're going to have tons of Lebanese food, hummus, tabbouleh, kibbeh, grape leaves. We'll have gyros, gyro bowls, and then we'll also have live entertainment. This is all completely free, free admission, free parking, and we're excited to celebrate with everybody.
Making me hungry.
I do have to say, you call it a gyro. I've been corrected so many times. People will be like, no, it's a gyro.
Or it's a gyro.
Like gyro. Gyro's okay to say, right?
Gyro's, yeah, completely okay to say. Gyro, yeah, in the Greek culture, I would say it's more gyro. They say gyro, but, we're here in America. We'll say gyro, more New York style gyros.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
We do have more authentic Lebanese cuisine like chicken kebabs and kibbeh. Grape leaves are very specialty. We'll have a lot of specialty desserts
Love
as
that
well.
stuff. Yeah.
Now, Elias is a very healthy guy and serves healthy food, but you can't neglect the baklava or batlawi, as I've also been told it's pronounced.
Oh, it's so good. We're going to have that. We're going to have a ton of Middle Eastern pastries. The fried dough as well. I know a lot of churches do fried dough, but ours is one of the best, so you have to come and try that as well.
Okay, time and location.
So this weekend, right, it's happening today, tomorrow, Saturday. Today, it's from 5 to 9, so dinner time. Tomorrow, 5 to 9, dinner time. And then Saturday, it's going to be all day, 12 to 9 o'clock. Location is Deerfield Fireman's Field on Trenton Road in Utica.
Okay.
So it's big grounds, lots of parking, lots of space. We do suggest coming for the band to bring some folding chairs. We sometimes it is limited with the amount of people. So
and you have just unbelievable weather in the forecast for this weekend. So pretty awesome. All right.
Thank you. Yeah. If I could, I'd like to mention some sponsors too,
sure.
if you'd allow me.
Yep.
Wouldn't be possible without them. Lewiston Properties, Zogby, Scalzo, Wittig, Deep Pawnee Auto Group, Cobblestone Construction, Joe Tahan's Furniture. Appreciate them. On behalf of all the parishioners at St. Louis Gonzaga, we're excited to have this event this weekend, and we can't wait to celebrate with you guys.
All right. Good deal. Thank you. And it'll be a great weekend.
Keep up the good work.
Yep. Nice job.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate
Elias,
it.
thank you. All right. And then I wanted to do one more mention, and then we're going to bring in Scott here. And that is, here at Town Square Media, one of the things that they see themselves, this company, as a digital-first company.
Yes.
During COVID, when no one was advertising on radio and television, we became a digital-first company. And that really allowed no one to be laid off during COVID.
Correct.
Which was a big deal. And then they keep track of every story that's done. So if I write a story about something, I'll know. It's like, hey, this story did really well. You did a nice job in the story. Or, boy, that sucked. You're stupid. I get a little of that every once in a while. I just thought it's so ironic to when you write a story and you put all this work into it and you think it's going to do really well and it's going to go nationwide and go viral, and it doesn't. You're like, God, I put so much work into it. One of the biggest stories in Town Square Media in the country today, this week, do you know who the author is?
Dave Wheeler.
No. It's Jeff Manaske.
Wait,
for some reason, an old story went viral. And the headline, Woman's Body Found in Upstate New York, Cops Need Identifying Her. It has had almost 258,000 views in the last 24 hours.
Where did you see that?
I got it right here on my right on my page here.
Oh, my gosh. That is hilarious.
No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. That's an email from August 12th. 2022. Sorry, Jeff. That didn't go viral. You did a nice job on it back a couple years ago, though. Let me go to Scott in Kirkville. Hi, Scott. Good morning.
Hey, guys. Big weekend, guys. A lot of things going on. I don't know if you talked about it yet or not.
The Jim Dandy at Saratoga.
Dandy.
Well, the Jim Dandy, but when the most anticipated Howard Potter sequel movies is coming out this weekend, foiled again, too. So you might want to take it. It's only streamlined on flip phones, though. So
okay,
you're going to have to find a flip phone for that.
Do we have a rim shot for him anywhere?
No, we got to get that programmed in.
Yeah,
but, you got limited time, Scott, here.
All right.
Well, by the way, one quick thing about Vice President Harris. She endorsed your green room until she found out it's not part of the Green New Deal. So
don't sue.
Yeah. Okay. If I was President Trump or former President Trump, I would go back to 2019 when she ran for president.
Right, remember all that stuff.
Oh my God,
she struggled.
Some of this stuff. She's against plastic straws, she's against cows, and she wants to make sure there's no fossil fuel cars by 2030. I would just run that.
Run with that, right? You don't have to get personal. Go after her policy. That's the easiest way to do it.
I would. Remember, she ran for president, and she only got 0.8%. So,
it is all very interesting. There's no doubt. I agree. Okay. Now let's. What we want to talk about is there are people that are interested in Saratoga. This area has a lot of people that make the trek up, whether they're going up on the weekends or even during the week. People here love Saratoga.
Yeah, it's. The only thing is, I haven't been up there, and I've talked to two people, so I assume it's true, but it's cashless unless you're making a bet, which is interesting. In fact,
I think a lot of places are going
Saratoga's
there.
going cashless?
Yeah.
Cashless is Saratoga. And if you go to a Syracuse Mets, it's all cashless, including parking.
Yeah.
And the Dome, I think, is cashless.
The Dome is cashless. And, a lot of casinos as well, where all those slot machines are now cashless. So it's what... They are.
They're not paying out. They're not paying out. They're just taking it in. Is that what you're saying?
They're literally cashless.
You have to have a card. You have to have a card in order to it'll put the money on the card.
They used to have that. It was the opposite. They used to had to do that a long time ago. Now they just put the money in and get the vouchers and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're going up this weekend, the big race is the Jim Dandy. Saturday, it's actually on Fox original, the normal Fox channel, not Fox 1 or 2,
right. 5
or 7. Horses that ran in the Derby. This sets up for the Travers. A horse that, and Davey can testify to this, that we keyed in the Belmont. Sonny Leone is going to be the favorite. That's the one we keyed in our trifecta.
I remember that. Yep.
For probably 50 cents, he won $237. So that horse is going to be favored. If that horse cannot beat these horses, or not finish second, then I don't know where the horse goes. His competition is going to be the 6-horse Fortness, which was the favorite in the Derby. But that horse, if it gets pressured, and the winner of the Preakness, Gray, is a speed horse, and I'm hoping that takes care of the 6-horse. Sonny Leon is the number 1, but if you're going to play trifectas in the exact, there's only 6 horses in the race. I would just key the 1 and just take the other 5 and go second and third and from there. But that should be fun. It's been interesting. A couple of things to look at, and it was interesting. Mike Maker is a trainer, and every time he's kind of reached out for Irad Ortiz as his rider, they've done very successful. And another combination, if you're up there and just kind of looking, Linda Rice and his brother Jose Ortiz. Now, Ortiz married the cousin of Linda Rice. So
okay.
When she's got a live horse, she has reached out to Jose Ortiz up there. He's got like 10 wins up there, which is not bad for him.
So who are you? So
look at.
How, if you're placing a bet, what are you going to do in the Jim Dandy? How do you do it? Do you trifecta? Do you just pick to win? How do you do it?
Nope. Well, you can. You're not going to get money back. I'm trying to be creative.
Yeah.
And try to make some money on it. And so that's why I'm going to take the 1 horse. And there's only 6 horses in the race. And for 50 cents, you can go 1 all. And as long as the 1 wins, then you're going to hit the trifecta. And just drop him down to the second hole and just put all 1 all, because I don't think he's going to finish no worse than second.
Yeah.
And you hope a couple bombs, because the second favorite is very vulnerable. If he gets hooked in the speed, though, I'm just hoping he backs up like he did in the Derby, and we can get maybe a 20 to 31 shot to finish, in the money. So
okay, all right.
It's something where you're not going to have to invest a lot of money, and you can do the exactas the same way.
Okay.
I'll go 1 all 1, and it's, for $1, only going to cost you 10.
Okay, 1 all.
Yeah,
for first place, 1 all for second place.
Yeah, I mean, what you do is just reverse it. They call it like a box, but don't just take the 1 and box the other 5 horses, and then put the 5 horses on top of the 1 in the second hole. Now, the trifecta, I don't think you have to drop it more in the second. I don't think you have to drop them the third. So it shouldn't cost you that much. You can do 50 cents.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you $50 and you just bet for me.
Yeah,
because I am completely confused. I don't know what to do with horse racing.
That's actually the simple part. I mean, I can get into the complexion stuff. Now,
that's okay.
The good news is our horse that we gave you, Torpedo Anna, that we gave him the Acorn, the Belmont Double, looks just won over the weekend and destroyed the field. It's a filly. He's really thinking about running her in the Travers, which would be great because it'd be something. If it doesn't run in the Travers, she's going to run in the Alabama, which is the week before, the 17th, and that horse will go off 1 to 5, and it just depends what they want to do because it could be a $500,000 workout or take on the boys and see what happens.
All right, let's see what happens. 1 all or all 1?
All 1 for your exacta, and then just for your trifecta, go 1 all, and then all 1 all.
Okay, I understand completely. Money's coming.
By the way, I got to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
John Federer, he always wears black. Is he actually like a Johnny Cash disciple?
Who is that?
John Federer, the senator from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, normally he's wearing shorts, isn't he? Shorts and a sweatshirt.
Well, he wears all black. I just thought,
like a Johnny Cash thing. Could be.
I walked the line.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere. Get it? Okay.
That's it.
All right, there, Scott. Good
that's
stuff.
Infectious.
Please win a lot of money this weekend.
We'll do it. We're up to Vernon this weekend. The same thing, and. By the way, the Travers is the 24th, guys. Maybe you want to pop up to Vernon for that race because that's
pretty
cool.
Big. All right, good stuff. Thank you, man.
Yep.
All right, have a great day, Scott in Kirkville. Bye. And let me tell you, he keeps winning. I just can't follow what he's doing because it's too complex for my mind. I think my mind is not a complex mind. Maybe that's the problem. Could be. I'm completely lost.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, I'm going to go 1 for all for 1. I'm going to trifecta.
1 and all 1 and 1 all.
Okay. I'm going to exacta that and turn it around, and it's awful. I'm the only person in horse racing that can win and lose money. You end up losing money when you win. It's terrible. I can't do it. Hi, Jake. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What's going on?
Listen, keep your money, save your marriage. Anyway.
That's exactly right. You're right.
We actually just had this discussion, didn't we?
Man, are you right? Yes.
Last week, there was a question about George Washington and the bocce court.
Yes.
He had it built.
Yeah, he had one.
So it was brought into the studio that the only U.S. president who had a bocce court at his home was George Washington.
At Mount Vernon.
I believe so.
Because he never lived in the White House.
No, right. It was at his home, is what he said, at his home.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. That's a tough question. I mean, there's people that really don't know that.
You're right, and that's why when I watch Jeopardy, I'm like, who would come up with a question like that? Some of these questions are so difficult. Who would ever get them? Nobody's going to get them, and then somebody gets them. I feel stupid. To tell you. Yes.
Davy is the engine that pulls the train.
He is. He really is.
He's strong. He's very strong.
Tomorrow he'll be the caboose that follows because he'll be in studio tomorrow morning. So
he's the greatest caboose ever.
That's right.
You guys are on vacation all week.
Starting next week. Andrew is off tomorrow. I'm here tomorrow. So, yeah.
Good for you. Listen. Have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy your vacation.
Over the course of my vacation, I just want to tell you what I'm going to do with my
You're going to work. I
chemotherapy,
know you.
my oral chemotherapy. Oh, yeah. When I first started taking the medicine, I was taking it at 5:30 in the morning, just before
That's what time I take mine.
And do you take chemotherapy? Do you take that medicine?
No, I take cancer pills.
You do? Okay.
Lita, it's called. Yeah.
Very much like Davey does. Davey does the same thing. This is an oral chemotherapy that targets the type of leukemia that I have. All right.
Nice.
So, and by the way, it's the side effects are getting less to the point now where during vacation, I'm going to try to move. I moved it at night because I was loopy it was terrible. Andrew would ask me a question. I couldn't even answer it.
You couldn't.
It was terrible. Yeah. I feel the same way today. Well, anyway, I'm going to start moving it. I'm going to try to take it in the morning again because it's more convenient. We'll see how loopy I am when I get back. We'll see what happens.
Do you go see Dr. Desai?
I do. Yes. Yeah. But I went to Dr. Desai. He diagnosed, and then I went to Roswell, where I'm a part of that trial, which allows me to take a different medicine.
He's very good.
Dr. Desai is wonderful. Yeah.
Dr. Butella.
Mm-hmm. I don't know him, but I know Dr. Desai is.
They know each other.
Dr. Desai is really, really good.
He really is. Yeah. He knows his stuff.
He does. It's great to have him here. So,
hey,
all right.
Guys, have a great day.
All right, Jake. You have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Thank you. Okay.
Sure.
Rick Lewis coming in next. Stand by. We're coming right back at WIBX.
Hey, Jen. OMG, look how busy it is in here. How'd you get all these customers?
Yeah, this month has been a record breaker for us. For a long time, we had decent business coming in from word of mouth, but we weren't growing. Lately, though, a lot of new folks have been finding us online, and that's made all the difference.
That's terrific. I wish I could figure out how to do that for my shop, but I have no idea where to start.
Just do what I did. It's not as hard as you'd think. Go to mylocalcustomers.com to see exactly how many searches there are for businesses like yours.
Okay, then what?
If you see that there are a good number of clients searching in our area, you'll also get some suggestions for the best way to get their attention.
Do you think there are a lot of people searching for my business?
There's only one way to find out. Go to mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, easy, and free.
Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free local customer analysis that will show you how many customers are searching online for your type of business. It's quick, easy, and free. Visit mylocalcustomers.com. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
Utica in the Mohawk Valley, the back-to-school blowout has begun at Mattress Express. We know this economy poses challenges to many of you, so take up to 60 months to pay with no money down for anything in the store for qualified buyers. See store for details. We have no credit check payment plans as well. No one else has all the brands under one roof in New York State that Mattress Express has. And right now, get up to a $300 prepaid Visa card on select Tempur-Pedic King and Queen sets, $200 on Stearns & Foster, $100 on Sealy. If you've ever thought of getting a bed where you can make each side soft and firm and pick your number on each side, we have the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort. Shop ours first. Compare the price. Compare the features. A reversible cover, cool for summer, warm for winter. The Flex Set in King or Queen. A 25-year industry-leading warranty. And you get a $750 prepaid Visa card and 5 years, no interest, no money down for qualified buyers. Go to mattressexpressny.com for locations. Call 1-800-NEW-BEDS or just stop in.
The reviews are in, and critics agree that the 2024 Glimmerglass Festival is a summer sensation.
The Glimmerglass Festival is a world-class summer celebration of the arts nestled on the banks of beautiful Otsego Lake, just minutes from Cooperstown, making it an easy day trip from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
This year's festival runs through August 20th and invites you to immerse yourself in myth, mystery, and adventure with productions that explore the connection between identity and illusion.
Classic opera lovers will enjoy Cavalli's La Callisto, a hilarious caper full of mistaken identities, raunchy trysts, and celestial magic.
And contemporary opera fans will enjoy the modern masterpiece Elizabeth Cree, a highly suspenseful and theatrical opera that combines the factual with the fictive and the historical with the imaginary.
Limited seats are also still available for Pagliacci and the Pirates of Penzance. Visit glimmerglass.org to purchase tickets and to learn more about this year's festival.
The Glimmerglass Festival, a highlight of your summer experiences in the Cooperstown region and just a short drive from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
The Stanley Theater in downtown Utica presents 1964, The Tribute, on Thursday, September 19th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit thestanley.org.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. With Ramp, you get full visibility into your company's spending and control who spends what with each vendor. Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts instantly to save your team valuable time. Ramp automates data entry and routine tasks with automated approvals, expense categorization and bill payments, time-consuming tasks. Which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. RAMP.com/free.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
Hey, I want to tell you portions of the program brought to you by New York Sash. Your home improvement experts. Call 624-7344, 315-624-7344. There are many financing options. Whether it's windows, siding, baths, or doors, we did some beautiful windows in our home from New York Sash. And Andrew will tell you right now, it increases the value of your home. These windows are guaranteed for life.
Yeah, that's a big selling point.
Yeah. And their installers are wonderful. We just have great experience with New York Sash for our windows, and they've made a huge difference in lowering our energy bill. In studio right now is Rick Lewis.
Rick E.
Lewis from the Rome Capitol Arts Complex. Good morning.
It is a good morning.
So I'm going to try to bring you up on YouTube if I can find the right mouse. We have 9 different, what do we call them, mice?
Mice.
In here. Okay, so tell me, you have an event that is going on tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
And it's a drive-in movie theater.
Right,
Where is it going to be held?
I'm going to tell them, change the name to Drive-In Theme Night at the Capitol, because it's not outdoors, it's indoors. It's a double feature with lots of nostalgic trailers and all that kind of stuff. And it's absolutely free. We, after this crazy week we've had with the tornado and that,
God,
we just thought
isn't it amazing how the Capitol Theater was spared during all this.
And here's an interesting thing. In the block of the Capitol Theater, the bookstore blown out, ceiling, the roof, everything gone, the windows.
But the marquee survived.
The cinema totally devastated. Ripped the air conditioner off the roof. The roof caved in. It's completely. It's going to be out of operation for a couple months.
Wow.
And Night Next Door, super official drinks blown out.
Wow.
Capitol not touched, except the front windows were smashed. The marquee wasn't touched.
That's incredible to
me.
me.
And to give you an idea of how untouched it was, you know those slide-in letters you use on a marquee?
Yeah.
They weren't touched.
Wow.
They were perfectly intact.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, those things fall out when you just grab them with your hand, and they were just sitting there.
Yeah.
So,
that is crazy.
So it's incredible.
And, think about how horrible it would have been. We just got it back up there.
oh, yeah.
And if we would have lost that, it would have been terrible.
Yeah, it is great. It's one of those things with the tornado that I think is different. And I don't mean to bring COVID in.
Yeah.
But people were talking about how awful it is in COVID. But everybody's suffering.
I know.
But here, where your neighbor is over there mowing the lawn, meanwhile, you don't have a house.
Yeah,
and now,
incredible.
you know what I mean? You don't get that same, that community connection.
Yeah.
Because as much as everybody says, I'll help and donate, they're driving around living a normal life, and you are
not.
You're not, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a thing. And that's, part of the reason we have this free event for tomorrow night. People just come out. We're collecting also goods for the community schools.
Yep.
Is
Okay.
there. They're collecting. But we have, free come out and have a night. Then
So it is a drive-in. So these would be movies that were famous in the drive-in theater.
Oh, the kind of movies you'd see in a drive-in.
Okay.
Probably in those big cars and you're on a date. You probably didn't see much of the movie.
Right.
Yeah, Dr. Cyclops, which is the main movie. And this other one, it's called Monolith Monsters. Now, I'm trying to put pictures together for a press release.
Yeah.
Now, the doctor's got a monocle and he's looking down, Dr. Cyclops. That's a great picture. I can use that.
I love it.
What can I use for Monolith Monsters? There are rocks. Yes. The rocks, I guess when they're moving,
they look real, but
when you take a picture of a rock, here's the rock.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway.
Are you doing any special snacks? Any special intermission videos?
Yeah, they have all that.
Those. Yeah.
All that is part of
Okay,
the
cool.
drive-in theme. In fact, Super Official, we just got the power back on the street yesterday.
Wow.
So Super Official, which is right next door, they've been closed as well, and they're going to be cooking burgers and dogs and stuff out front.
Oh, that's cool.
So it'll be just a kind of.
It's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And how much does it cost?
I just said it's free.
Okay.
Absolutely free.
I wanted to
emphasize the point.
I wanted to reiterate that.
Yeah. It's absolutely.
Actually, to be honest with you, I was still trying to figure out how to place the bet using Scott's philosophy, and I'm still confused.
You're not going to be able to figure that out.
I'm not.
Put it out of your mind.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
So it's free. It's
free.
tomorrow
It
night.
starts at 7:00.
Great event for the community.
Yeah.
Especially a community that's been ravaged.
Oh, yeah.
And because you know what? Even if you haven't been, and I know you're talking about people who haven't been, this has been very stressful for a lot of people. Maybe your home wasn't hit, but your workplace was.
Yeah.
Or your way to work, or the services you normally get at work or at your home. Everybody has been in some way affected by this.
Yeah, it does have an impact. And the thing about it is, like at the Capitol, hey, we got to get these windows replaced. Oh, no problem. Well, there's 2,000 other people that have windows replaced.
Right.
We only have 200 businesses.
Yep.
Therefore, everything that you could do in a day or two is now long, not just insurance, but the fact that everybody is looking for the same services at the exact same time.
All right, so it's tomorrow night. It's free. It's
free.
drive-in theater
Theme night. Don't be driving in and finish the tornado job.
I want to ask you, would you support the Facts of Life reunion?
Facts of Life?
Facts of Life, the TV show.
Jeez. Support it? What do you mean support it? Like it's
Would you be in favor of it?
I was just trying to make a transition. It was a simple
Here's
transition.
a transition, by the way. We're hearing from Lance and Lee.
We are.
He just simply said, enjoy your vacations. I've got a lot of new issues to report on when you get back. We wish you all the best, Lance and Lee.
All right. I'm glad to hear that he's okay.
Yes.
So what are you segueing with the Facts of Life revival?
I just had a clip I teased earlier that I figured I should play.
Oh, okay.
So they were going to do a Facts of Life reunion.
Right.
And Davey, you're a big Facts of Life fan. Your favorite character on Facts of Life was?
I remember the Facts of Life.
Who was your favorite?
Tootie.
Oh, she was your favorite?
No, I like.
You like the blonde.
I like Blair.
Blair, and Blair was played by Lisa Weichel.
Yeah, Mrs. Garrett's dead.
Mrs. Garrett's dead. Remember that episode?
And Joe.
Oh no, she's really dead.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe. She's alive.
Yes.
Yeah. Here she is in the clip. You think they wanted to do it, and this was what I was trying to transition into, and you didn't play along. Reboot, if you will. Mindy Cohn, a.k.a. Natalie. Remember Natalie? She says everybody was in except for one greedy bitch.
Ooh.
And I'm assuming it's Blair, Lisa Weichel. So here's what she had to say. Do you want to hear what she said? Rick, I know you don't, but Davey,
I'd love to hear it.
Davey,
it was my favorite show.
I'm sure it was. Here it is.
There was drama. It wasn't me. I'll put it that way. One of the girls went behind our backs and tried to make a separate deal for a spinoff just for herself and devastated the rest of us. For a 40-year friendship and sisterhood, there was a tidal wave of emotion around it. I'll say it. Greedy bitch. It's dead. It's very dead. We were united for 40 years. And this kind of wrecked that, which is sad.
So she was the heavier one right there. That's who that is. Well, she's coming right out and saying Blair was a jerk. Terrible.
Well, you know, it gives you an edge when you can act a character on the screen that you really represent in life.
It does.
So.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So she can be that greedy.
Yeah, he's just the way she really is.
That is the way she is. All right, coming up, you can hang. You can hang. We'll talk to John.
Kim Fields was the one that played Tootie. I wonder if it was her.
No, it's Blair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Lisa Weichel. That's what everybody's saying. Does it really matter? I guess not. Rick hates the thought of it. Stand by. John Decker coming up in a second. He's been with the president. Well, not this week, but last week was, and didn't get COVID. And he's seen the president. Of course, the speech last night following all of what's happening in Washington. John Decker, the chief White House correspondent with Great TV, is coming up at WIBX.
Looking for the perfect ride this summer? Then stop in to Steep Pawnee Chevy in Herkimer with these unbeatable deals. Lease the all-new 2024 Trax LS, just $296 a month, 36 months with 10,000 miles per year. Want to reduce your carbon footprint? Drive the all-new electric 2024 Chevy Equinox EV for just $312 a month, or the new electric 2024 Chevy Blazer 2LT, just $328 a month, each for 24 months and 10,000 miles per year.
Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Offers are available on select models only. Lease offers for Trax and Blazer require current eligible lease in the household, and Equinox and Blazer require additional select model and household. See salesperson for details. $2,000 down payment plus all taxes, fees, and first payment are due on delivery. Must take delivery by 7/31/24.
Stop in and see why it's always easy to do business at Steep Pawnee Chevrolet or online at steeppawneechevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Crispies. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Looking to make your business stand out? At Seasonal Sports, we design eye-catching custom signs that turn heads and attract customers. From vibrant banners and sleek storefront signs to custom vehicle wraps, laser engraving, embroidery, screen printing, and more, Seasonal Sports has got you covered. Let Fred and Chrissy Marriott bring your vision to life with top-quality materials and cutting-edge design. Seasonal Sports is your one-stop shop for all your graphic needs. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro, and online at seasonalsports1983.com, where your business shines bright.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I put one in there, Davey, and it didn't play through. I don't know why, so you might want to get it out of there. That's all I'm saying. Portions of today's radio program brought to you by Sarah's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, the River Road, Marcy, where they have a 60-mile guarantee on Pergo Extreme, a great product. And you know, the thing about Sarah's, they have the largest inventory, bar none. Nobody has an inventory like they have, which means you get a lot of different creative products. Yeah, maybe you want a unique tile or some sort of unique flooring. You'll find something individual that could be yours and not in everybody else's house. And the prices are great. Great selection, great prices. It is all they do, flooring. And you get 6 months interest-free financing. Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, online in sarahsflooringoutlet.com. On the line right now is John Decker with Gray TV. Hello, John. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Bill. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for having me on today.
Well, I'm going to just, we've got about 5 minutes. And I just, for you to comment on, what an unbelievable news cycle we have been living through.
Oh, absolutely. Just over the course of the last month.
Yeah.
Since June the 27th, that first presidential debate, think about all of the events that have happened in 1 month's time leading up to last night with the President Biden, that speech in prime time from the Oval Office, explaining his decision not to run for another term. Unbelievable. Would never have thought that 1 month ago that we'd see a speech like that last night.
And do you notice we'd asked you maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago, listeners were like, we think Biden is not running the country. There are people saying he's just gotten so old and dementia. And you had said, listen, I see him. He gives press conferences, or I guess he doesn't do that often, but he does answer questions, especially if you're part of the White House correspondence crew, and you're traveling with him. But it almost seems like there has been, even in the last month or two, a significant decline. What do you think?
Look, here's the way I will answer it. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know that definitively. But I've seen everything that you've seen. I've seen the way he's answered questions at that NATO press conference when he confuses his vice president with Donald Trump. I've seen when he confuses Putin with Zelensky. I've seen all the things that you've seen. So, yes, there have been an increase of incidents over the course of the last few months that I did not see in the months prior. That's for sure.
And I even think the speech last night was he was struggling with the teleprompter, and Biden has always been, in this case, mentioned the fact that he was a stutterer. But he's always been somebody who will slur his words and mix things up a little bit, even in his younger years, but nothing like this. And the slurring of the words, at times you couldn't even understand some of the words he was saying last night.
Yeah, his speech is gotten worse. And all you have to do is listen to his inaugural address when he was sworn in on January the 20th of 2021. He speaks more concisely. He doesn't slur his words. He seems more vigorous. So there has been a noticeable decline just over the last 3.5+ years, for sure.
Yeah. Now, your thoughts on the move the Democrats have made. Obviously, it was a huge week for former President Trump, huge couple of weeks. The convention, of course, the attempted assassination. It was, you saw messages, people saying, it's over. There's nobody that can touch Trump now. And then, be careful what you wish for, right? All of a sudden, they make this move, and the momentum has switched. What's your take on the addition of Kamala Harris here?
Well, it changes the dynamic, and we still don't know who her running mate is. That, too, may change the dynamic. That's an important element that we haven't even factored in. So I wouldn't pay that much attention to polls now because we don't know the full teams that will be going up against each other.
And it's a long time between now and end of October.
Yeah, I mean, think about what just happened in 1 month's time. So a lot can happen between now and November. But having said all that, it changes the dynamic, and that's what Democrats wanted to do, because the dynamic or the narrative that was going to happen with Joe Biden at the top of the ticket was not a good one for Democrats. They're going to get, as Barack Obama once used the word shellacked.
Yes, shellacked.
They were going to get shellacked. And so I would not be surprised if that would have happened if Joe Biden remained at the top of the ticket.
WIBX.
Thank you.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I don't know why that happened. Here we go.
He says he'd love to be nice, but he's running against real garbage. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
They weaponized the United States Justice Department against Donald Trump for purposes of hurting their political opponent.
And now that the former president is facing a new Democrat in November, Vice President Harris, he tells Fox this morning.
She's bad news. She's a radical, left, not very smart person.
Now, Harris is the presumptive Democratic nominee, and her campaign put out a first video this morning.
We believe in the promise of America, and we're ready to fight for it. Because when we fight, we win.
Saying she's choosing hope over hate. Now, last night, President Biden addressed the nation on why he dropped out of the race.
I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation.
Saying it's time for fresher and younger voices, though the president says he'll finish his term of office. Former President Trump called it a terrible speech, but also told Fox.
Well, I think it was a coup. They didn't want him running. He was way down in the polls, and they thought he was going to lose. They went to him and they said, you can't win the race, which I think is true.
Tomorrow, former President Trump will meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who he says needs to end the war against Hamas in Gaza quickly. As for the thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters who demonstrated outside Netanyahu's address to Congress yesterday,
I think you should get a 1-year jail sentence if you do anything to